How do I get to the chat?
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is about to begin our second episode of our new Friday series, all high limit all the time, because you asked for it and we like blood and hemorrhaging money.
Yes.
So that's why we do it. Justin Kelly along with the one and only
Kyle.
Kyle. It's Kyle, guys. All right, so yeah, tonight is a super juicy 10-25 no limit game. We were originally playing with the idea of having a 102 limit or 100-200 limit, but the players have spoken, and this game is already horrendously juicy. It's a 10-25 no limit. I know they're doing $100 bomb pots every single half hour, and the winner pays the time rake. And then on top of that, they're doing a button game where they get $25 every time it's your button. You got to put 25 on it, and the only way you can collect that button money is by winning the button. Well, nice. Winning it when you're on the button. So, all right, guys, let's go down and walk around the table. Let's look at our lineup day crushers here. Seat number 1, you know him, you love him, Matt H. Sacramento crusher and all-around good guy, and not too bad at bowling also, from what I hear. It seems like, yeah, it seems like a lot of like the really good higher limit cash game players are also not the worst at bowling. He's sitting with about 3,700 in front of him.
That's a lie.
It's a lie. Okay, there's more. Okay, so to his left here, we got Eric, mailman. You know, and again, if you've ever played anywhere around Sacramento, it's funny. Every time I see Eric, I make a joke because it's in a different card room. It's here, it's somewhere else, it's wherever. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm following you. I'm a really bad stalker. Everywhere I go, you are. You know. So
I've seen him at quite a few other places.
Yeah. So Eric's a good dude. He's sitting there with about 4,300. To his left, we got Adam D, and he's got about 15 in front of him, 15K. And I'll tell you what, Adam D has been quite the regular on our stream. I think he's been on like, he was on the other high limit stream. He was on the stream I think on Monday I did. I don't think the guy ever leaves.
He's a high limit crusher. He originally, I think he's from Sacramento, moved to the Bay Area, plays a lot locally in the Bay, and I guess he's making the trip back home every once in a while for these big games.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. And there's another story with him and another player at the table, which we'll get into here in a minute. There we go. Seat 4, Anthony H. You've seen him a bunch. Definitely got gears. Not afraid to mix it up. One of those players who just goes with his gut, whether it profits him or costs him. You know what I mean?
It's a good picture too.
Yeah. He's all the way there. And his left with the Towers of White. By the way, Anthony guy's sitting on about 3K. His left with those Towers of White. It's Bill H. sitting on about 11K right now. Bill H. What can I say, dude? Lump him with Harlan in the rangeless beast category. That's just what you do. I mean, he's either got aces or he's got like, 2-6. Either way, it's probably good.
Must be his lucky shirt. It's the same shirt he's wearing in his profile pic.
I love it. So Bill H is good. He's sitting there, like I said, about 11K. To his left, Mark, another standard crusher here. You see a lot on the regular. We've seen him on the stream a few times. He's sitting with about 2,000. And again, he's wearing his shirt. Maybe we're just updating some profile pictures. It's 2018. I swear he's got more than one shirt. Mark's a good dude. To his left, Veronica's crusher here. Zach from Sac, and that bio pic is all the way. He's like staring into your soul. It's one of those pics where you can any angle, he just still staring at you. And Zach is sitting fat. Zach's about 16K right now.
That's also a lie. He's got
more.
Closer to 30, I think.
Okay, well, our chip stacks are hammered drunk, but they will catch up here by the end of the night. Mike S. Now, this is what I want to talk about. Mike S. 8K is what he's got in front of him right now. Just an overall fun guy to have in the game. We've seen him on a few other streams. And what I wanted to say is the last 25-50 game, this is 10-25. The last 25-50 game we had at 1 or 2 a.m., it's literally Adam D and Mike S just playing heads up 25-50. And not because anybody held a gun to their head. They're like, well, yeah, you want to keep playing? Sure. I absolutely love that they were just grinding heads up 25 for like hours. Wow. It was legit. And last but not least, Supso. I guess we'll go with it. Supso? All right, your guess is as good as mine. Supso in the house, guys. And he is sitting on about 3,600 right now. I am logging into our YouTube chat. We're going to get this party started.
So chip denominations tonight, we got the reds. Those are 5. Greens are 25. Whites are 100. Purples are 500, and the yellow chips are 1K chips. Lots of chips on the table. We're gonna get updated counts as soon as we can. That's Justin Kelly's 100 episode.
Oh my God! Hey, hey! And I got hit with poppers. Yes, it is amazing. It is my 100. Dude, how time flies. Wow. I'll tell you what, dude. It's very cool. Big shout out to all the viewers who have been fans since day one. You guys were here most likely before I even was. So super cool. Thank you very much for tuning in. We really wouldn't have a show without you, and I mean that literally. if nobody watched, we just wouldn't do it. So super cool.
So let's go down to the action now. I wish I had my drone right now. I'd be like, right down to the table.
Bam, there we go. Okay, I am, you know what, swap over to a different chat. Do this and then /Stones Live. That'll get us into the live one. Guys, if you're not already, make sure you join us on the YouTube side. It's youtube.com/Stones Live Poker.
What?
/Stones Live. I forgot. You're the untechnical Asian. We went over this before.
/ Stones
Live Poker. Enter. Kyle in the sky, my man. Bam, now click that one.
Drones are cool. Computers I'm not cool with. You know, I've broken about three or four laptops during my online poker days just from
throwing them?
getting pissed. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Threw one off a balcony.
Okay.
Threw one down the stairs. Snatched one with a baseball bat. And you know, I think there was a
Did you
fourth one.
film the one with the baseball bat, or did you just do it?
These are all like
spur of the moment.
Pre like 2008 when like. I probably still had a flip phone back then. I don't even think I think smartphones like just came out, and
well, the thing is,
I also
especially
broke
if
a lot of cell phones. So
higher stakes too, you're like, well, whatever. It's a $500 laptop. I'm just so pissed. I don't even care at this point.
Dude, laptops were expensive back then.
Well, I was hoping,
now they're like you get.
I'm hoping you buy the cheap ones if they're that expendable for you. You know what I mean? Oh man.
I have a lot of patience, just not with computers.
So at this game, I heard, obviously, you know, we end up playing this game about a half hour or so, at least, before we even start recording. And I think the very first hand of this game ended up being about a $10,000 pot. Now, this is going to be the first hand of the stream. This is what we were talking about. We do take, instead of a rake, we take a time drop there, time collection. And every time there's time collection, every half hour, we're doing $100 bomb pots.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, as if this game needed more action. Let's do $100 bomb pots.
Why is my live stream different than yours?
Oh, I have it on pause because I pay attention to this.
Why is mine different than that one then?
Because you're so far behind, just pause it.
Oh.
Just pay attention.
What's up, guys in the chat? Justin, is he allowed to say that?
Yes. Right, let's bring the strippers to booth 1, please. Strippers to live stream booth 1. All right, now first hand here, we do have Mike S with the mystery hand. Bill flops a 9.
49ers, the red 49er.
Oh, Mike S has a lot of 9s. And this board just keeps getting more and more coordinated. And even more coordinated. 4 cards straight on the board.
I think he went check.
Yeah, he said, I got a 9. And Mike said, I got 2 9s.
Did I get checked on the flop, turn, and river?
No, it got fired, I believe, on the flop, and I got checked on the turn river, I think. You know, the problem is if, I mean, I don't know. It's bomb pots or bomb pots, man. I mean,
was it a bomb pot?
Yeah, because everybody's super rangeless, you know what I mean?
I don't know how you check that turn, though.
Yeah, no, I have fire. All right, guys, coming up there, you see it. One-day Omaha tournament coming down. 5K guaranteed. Getting a lot more requests to do some Omaha tournaments, so we heard you.
Is that what those pink chips are? Omaha games?
Yeah, and dude, I'm seeing them all the time now. Like, I remember we made a joke
right now.
Yeah, the pink chips are like, oh, it's cool because they're always clean because they're never getting used. Dude, there's at least 2 Omaha games in here every time I've been in here the past 2 weeks.
Nice. Murderer's Row is seats 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, Murderer's Row. Okay, that's like on Monopoly when there's like that one corner of the board where everybody's built hotels and you're like, you don't want to go anywhere near there. Just stay away.
You don't want to be seat 9.
Stay away in the house. JMan34 over here on YouTube says, I thought Stones only streamed Mondays and Wednesdays. You are correct until now. Friday is the big games. Yeah, 2018, we now have our big games on Friday. So the first one was last week. That was a 2550 with Chris Moneymaker. And now it's this week with me and Mr. Cali Kid.
And tonight was actually supposed to be a 100-200 limit game. Guys, if any of you are actually into playing high limit Hold'em, we're talking about a 100-200 limit Hold'em game in California. Let us know, please. We did not have enough players to get it going today. We have had it run a couple times in the past, but we're trying to get that on the second Friday of every month. So spread the word on that, guys. It could be a juicy game.
100, 200 pesos? 100, 200 pennies?
100, 200 Bitcoin.
Oh my god, that's the biggest game ever right there. Oh, Adam speaking
K.
of Murderers Row here.
It's not fair when the best players get the best
good hands, right? That's why you're the best player. You're supposed to be able to win with garbage.
I like it though, Zach. These are two of the big stacks going at it.
Look at this, and Mike S with a 3-bet from the button for 400.
This is what you call a squeeze.
Jeff A says, cool lineup, but where's Harlan? Every now and then we give the guy the night off.
Trying to squeeze two solid players, though. Action goes back to Adam. He's got to like this, obviously.
Yeah, he comes in for a solid 3-bet or 4-bet here.
There go the purple chips. Again, those are 500 chips. It's the raise to 1,400. Back
They have
to
so
Mike.
many different colors and so many denominations, it almost looks like it's like borderline tournament shit. And that's gonna let him go through. And I guarantee you guys, you're gonna see a lot of those plays tonight from Mike S. He really likes being aggressive, and he really likes position with the button. So as in any sort of those like suited connector hands, like if you don't have Harlan, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, you got Mike S. And so it should be a lot of fun.
You got Bill H in the game too.
Dude, I know. This is so great. This is such a fun table of just like super loose, like, oh, gamble players, and then just like, I'll crush your soul players.
Yeah.
I love it.
I saw Adam when I walked in play a hand, which I believe he bluffed the turn and river and took it down. I'm wondering if that hand was on the stream or before the stream, because I'm actually curious to see if it was a bluff or not.
Nice. Well, you remember what the other hands were, right?
I think it was a missed flush draw that he had. So if we see it,
you'll recognize the board when you see it.
Yeah, I think it was 2 red 7s and 2 hearts.
All right,
and,
that's it. We got our eyes on you, dude. You think it was Zach that bluffed it? Oh
no, Adam.
Oh, Adam.
Adam bluffed. What's his name?
Mike S.
Mike S. I think it was Mike S.
All right, Sub connects with his 5. Maybe it's Sue B Sue. Sue B Sue, right? That's what I'm thinking.
It's a C bet.
I'm glad that Mike S got in the starting lineup of this game, because when they were playing heads up in that 25-50, he literally hopped in the game like I think 1 or 2 hands to the end of the stream, and then he was only post-stream play. So
looks like Subi Sue.
He does not believe Matt H.
Look him up. It's a pretty good card on the turn for Subi Sue.
Subi Sue open-ended now. Matt H, our original aggressor, 3-betting with air. And he's gonna check.
Yeah, notice the stack sizes here.
It says relatively close, but I didn't see. You said Matt's stack size is wrong. He has a lot more, or no?
I think he had more than.
We'll find out.
3,600. So I like this.
Yeah, he's got at least
3.
Yeah, Matt's close, but he's got more than that. He's got about 30. He's got almost closer to 4K.
Okay. I like the check there by Matt. I think that flop is pretty dry, so when your opponent calls you, you're like, okay, you got to give him some credit for possibly a king that turn doesn't really help your range that much.
Yeah.
The Brock says Subi Sue probably drives a Subaru.
Subaru. That's fair.
I think Bill H said when he walks in the room, everyone starts cheering.
Dude, people like Jake say, lock the doors.
I would believe that.
Lock the doors.
Are these guys straddling at all?
Lucky Nat in the house. What's going on, bud?
No straddle. Another thing to pay attention to is what the standard open is. Mark. No, not Mark. Mike. Wait, yeah, Mike. I think that was an 8x open to 200 without a straddle, so.
Yeah. If my math is right, it looks like there's about 60 to 80K on the table, at least 60, 70 plus.
Bill H has a Bill H hand under the gun.
Oh, dude, get it.
He's gonna limp.
He's only gonna limp because he knows somebody's gonna raise. Oh! Queens! Oh, it's so dirty. Mike races with anything and he limps with queens. Game on. See, guys, it's called reverse poker. Nobody knows it's coming. You love it. All right, so 4 players to the flop.
Wow.
Dang.
What a flop for Bill.
Oh my God! Wow, Bill with a straight flush draw pair and straight draw. Oh my God! Adam with top pair, Mike S with an over pair and the queen of diamonds.
And yeah, like.
Oh, it's so nasty.
I just don't like that limp pre-flop with queens, but.
Yeah. So Adam. Oh, and oh yeah. Let's see. Oh,
Adam came along.
Wow, and case 8 on the turn. Oh, so nasty.
Oh God.
Bill H has the world right now, yet Adam's actually advantaged. Oh, there it is. Choposaurus
chop it
Rex.
Chop it up.
And that's not a good. I mean.
Oh, I guess Adam folded on the flop.
Did he fold a flop?
I think our graphics were wrong.
Okay. Mario in the house, grinding that circuit. Good luck over there, bud.
Oh man. Mark is disgusted.
Look at this. Plus 5K over for Bill. And this is one of those things where, you think, oh, I should have raised with queens. But depending on what you raise with queens, I think Bill H still comes along. And if you let Bill H see
Mario?
the flop, he's in, dude. Even if he raised with queens, I think 1 or 2 other players call. I think Bill H comes in and he loses just even more. Because once Bill H sees that flop, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I think Mike S is going to start getting real aggressive on the flop.
Can't be results oriented there though. You still gotta raise the queens there.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I'm just saying. I think he was doomed to lose that pot either way. There really wasn't a way around it.
And that's just the case when you're playing hands with Bill. Yeah.
Guys, Bill H, welcome to Stones. There, now you know. If you didn't know before, now you know.
Subisu limps with ace deuce off. Not recommended, especially when you got Murder's Row. Murder's Row right behind you. Nat H decides to raise it up in position. Adam D 3-betting, and this is just why you don't limp with ace deuce in front of these guys. These guys are not afraid to play poker. They know what they're doing.
You're not going to get in any cheap pots on this table. Yeah. You're not.
And Adam's got the best spot position-wise out of those 3 tough corner right there. It's gonna be interesting to see how he defends his blinds and stuff against them. Eric can be really tricky too, playing his blinds and defending. He defends well, and it's a headache.
Zach from Sac with a pair of 7s. I like playing the sucker games. I like at least if you're gonna play table games, you call them the sucker games because you know in advance. You're like, yeah.
Alright, so we got 4 players here to the flop, and it's a pretty wet flop. Everything on that board. Straight draw, flush draw, king, queen hits everyone's range. but Matt's the only one that really connected.
Yeah,
actually.
Matt way out in front.
It actually gets checked around.
With Matt having position, I'd like to see maybe him bet here.
Mike take a stab at it. Matt's got 2 players to act behind him.
Oh no, man! Mike has bet 300, and this is where that aggressiveness is going to start paying off for Mike. I mean, if Mike can do that consistently and pick up a lot of these little pots, then he gets back the money he dumps to Bill H. Classic Bill H. The funny thing is, I've talked with so many players, and they know that Bill H is, you know, the rangeless beast and does whatever he wants. And the funny thing about it is, they're like, I mean, you want him in the game, but everybody, like, it's a love-hate relationship, because if he's running good, you lose. Like, you can't beat that bankroll, you know?
I played with him once where he ran up like a couple thousand to over 10,000, and I think it was a 2-5 or a 5-10 game.
Oh, absolutely.
And then I think he gave most of it back, rebought, and then ran it up to plus 10K again.
It's so insane. Like,
it was all within like 3 hours.
Dude, I literally want to get a graph just charted of like your chip stack per hand. It just goes bing, 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 bing.
Dude, it's crazy.
Subisu raises 75.
Probably looks like my my Bitcoin graph over the last couple days. Bill H has a real hand. There's no way he could win this. He doesn't know how to play real hands.
Oh god. Oh god. Adam D with a strong hand too. Let's throw one more in the mix. Oh no, that's about it. All right, so back to Subisu. It's out of there, and I mean, well,
it's a 3-bet. It was a 3-bet. Yeah,
it's
okay.
so huge.
Yeah,
it's so over the top.
I thought I didn't notice. I thought he opened.
The sick part is Bill. Sure, he does that with Ace King suited, but like he'll make that same 3-bet, like with what we saw, like an 8-9, 7-8. Alright guys, Battle of the Ages coming up. 50K guaranteed tournament, February 7th through the 11th. 2 different divisions, an under and an over 50 age range. If you're Jake, you can just play in both. I don't know.
So you have to beat your division to get to the final table or something?
I don't know. It's a good question. We're gonna do one of our magical flyers on it back here. Let's see. Nope, one day, nope.
I could definitely see Jake cheating the system and getting a fake ID and sneaking into the 50 plus division.
Do you need I need a fake ID so I can be older. Well, how much older? Like, aren't you 21? Yeah, but that's irrelevant. Oh, there's 1 day of 50 and older, and there's 1 day of 21 through 49, and then I like how you put 21 in there in case 1 day open to all ages. Like can my 8-year-old nephew play?
So day 2, everyone is combined, I guess. Mike S. All right, so Bill raises again. It's a Bill flop.
Of course it is.
It's a Bill flop.
So open-ended for Bill. Mike S checks. Bill bets 500, and Mike runs. These are not small bets here. I mean, this is a
big game. It's a huge game.
I mean, look at it. Just our top 3 guys there. What, 45K, 48K right there, plus, yeah. It's got to be 80K plus on the table. Yeah. And every time I look over, there's more racks of chips coming.
There's no cap to this game.
Make sure you click that subscribe button there on YouTube and follow us. We're here with you on Mondays, Wednesdays, and now Fridays. 100% free. Justin Kelly, Kyle Kitagawa calling the action with you.
Day 2 is combined. 3 from each age group is guaranteed final table.
How do you do that?
Like, what if the old guys just eliminate all the young guys on day 2?
And each winner for each age bracket gets a poker cruise? Have you been on a poker cruise? I want to do one.
No. Yeah, I heard it's fun.
I don't know if I want to find the cruise with a bunch of like nits.
I think Mike Postle does those.
Yeah.
He'd be the guy to ask.
All right, so Adam D here with King Queen raises to 100. Zach from Sac makes the call. So does Mike and Subisu. Wow, is that really all hearts? Ace, deuce, 9, all hearts.
Yeah.
Zach connects with the ace. Nobody with a heart unless Mike S with the mystery hand has one.
Mike's got the only heart too, but he folded it. or did he? Never mind. He called.
Now Zach with position on the button. I'm thinking if Mike S checks this, Zach's gonna fire another bullet. And he's definitely grabbing bullets. 950 in the pot. Looks like he's reaching for
about 650.
Yeah, 675.
Quick
snap call for Mike.
Mike calls really fast.
Not buying it at all. And dream card for Zach here. Easy money. 2 pair, non-heart for him. And it's weird. If Mike does a quick check again, is Mike thinking about firing at this?
I think he already
did
checked.
check. Okay. I was gonna say, so if you're Zach here,
Zach's thinking about how much he can go for value.
And Mike's, I think, gonna try to hero call here. Look, yep. He tried to hero call.
Mike needs to slow down, I think, a little bit with his calls.
Mike obviously put Zach on the 1 heart flush draw, and when it didn't get there, I thought his ace was good.
I actually think Zach could have got more value there with a larger bet. Yeah. For the exact same reason what you just said. He could rep that flush draw and that he missed. I think 2 pairs pretty strong.
And try to overbet it over the top.
Yeah, I think a set would have raised.
I think he went a little bit thinner because he really wanted that call. He really wanted.
I think with the way that Mike is calling, and
oh my god!
I think he could have tried for a little bit more. I don't know.
I love it. How many poppers do they have?
Probably 100.
That's a lot. A good. Oh wow! I can't even say your name in the chat there, but solid. Going to Value Village. Our friend Richard in the chat.
Whoa! Let me get one of those.
Not bad. That's a good shot. I feel like he's tried this before. Oh my god. Got him.
Israeli Ron. Oh, sick. Nice.
I used to do little booby traps to people's doors and like tie them on a tic tac or a little thumbtack next to the doors. When people open them up, it would shoot them like right in the face.
I'm gonna save this for a little bit later.
Yeah. Just keep it randomly when you're playing cash later. When you river somebody, just be like, when I river you, you'll know it, and just go.
Oh man. What a needle.
Do it.
When you suck out on the river.
Doc Holiday, what's up, man? Thanks for the kind words. Appreciate it. It's been a fun ride with you crazy kids.
We have a 3-bet from Mike, and it's a cutoff versus buy-in. So again,
dude, Mario's hilarious, dude. Mario's over there. Yeah. I saw him over at Thunder, and got a quick tour of the poker thing, the new poker room they're doing, and it was great because every time we walk over, Mario's like, "Oh yeah, I've seen it." He's like, "Don't you know?" He's like, "I'm Mexican. I was in there installing lights earlier. I got to install some carpet tomorrow." He's just totally, and he's in the tournament. He's just needling the hell out of himself, and I'm just like, dude, Mario's rad.
Yeah, I traveled with that guy on the tour a lot this past year. He's definitely a fun guy. Adam just keeps getting big pocket pairs.
And that's exactly what he did last time at Kings. He popped to 100, and then Mike S repopped him, and then he went for that.
And let's see what Mike does here. He's gonna do it again. It's like
the exact same thing.
He's repopping it, and I think they're laughing about it too. And this is a perfect spot for Adam to put in a 4-bet and just do the exact same thing that he did last time.
That's exactly what he's doing.
It just looks so fishy.
Yeah.
And Mike's got to be thinking, damn,
Canadian shooter.
Is he for real right now? He's gonna look him up this time. And this is a really, really just perfect spot for Adam. Gets Mike to call.
And if Mike's trying to just sniff out some random C-bet here, Yeah, no, Mike's gonna let this one go. He said I had ace king. Even better. You know, I found myself in situations like that where I tell somebody, like, even on a missed flop like that, oh, I had ace king or something like that. I'm like, why am I lying about it? I basically have the same hand with like ace queen, ace jack. Like, why am I even?
Adam continues to crush. Ooh,
you know what?
Like
we're gonna get a quick party popper ban in here. These are never gonna be. Sorry, we've banned knives, guns, and party poppers. You're totally cut off. Here, we'll just start hanging them around everything in here.
I should have shot at the camera. That would have looked cool.
You should totally do that. Hide it at the table later when you're playing cash, and be like, when I river you, you'll know it, and like, don't even say anything, and then just do like this. The second the river hits, just pull it, and you're like, what? I told you, you know. Adam D and Mike S. And guys, this is it any surprise when I told you they were playing heads up 25-50 that night? Yeah. There was Adam D and Mike S. They're basically playing heads up at this table while everybody else is watching.
Yeah.
Number one headband. Yeah, I'm going to be playing some circuit events. I'm not sure which ones yet, but I definitely want to get in there and... Whoa. Whoa. I'm getting poppers aimed at me from all directions.
I hope I don't get caught in the crossfire.
Mario said, hey, thanks for the shout out. Cheers from Super Mario. You can't miss his chip protector in there. Oh, nice. Got it. Got him. I'm going to be finding this lobby for like a week, dude. There you go. What goes up there? Got it. It's a party in the booth. I'm really glad they don't have like silly string. That could have got messy real quick.
How do you know they don't have any back there?
I'm just hoping. All right, guys, it looks like it's bomb pot time. So 900 in the pot. We all go to a flop, and then game on.
That's a pretty good flop. Let's see if anyone has an ace.
Our board reader there's a little hammered drunk. It's actually ace queen 5, not ace 6-5.
Wow, it kind of missed everyone.
Yeah, wow, you have a 5
I guess Matt
for
has a queen. Matt has a queen. You said there's a queen on flop.
Yeah,
right?
I believe it's ace queen 5. Poker board reader's a little sensitive. Toughen it up. Smack it around a bit.
Mailman's putting together a pot-sized bet, I think. Oh, my bad. Matt bet. Eric raised. With nada.
Eric raised at 1.2, said give it to me. He's like, dude, you give me the spot, I'll pay that time. I'll pay that time, don't worry about it. Wow, so Mark a little on the short stack here as well as, well, we're on 1.6K, Anthony about 3K. Most of these players pretty damn deep. If we get into some all-in situations, it's gonna get expensive real quick. Once again, if you guys are just tuning in, this is the 1025 no limit game here at Stone's Gambling Hall. The white chips are hundreds, those oversized bluish purple chips are 500s, greens are 25s, and reds are 5s.
Eric's really good at picking up those type of spots.
The value spots where everybody's a little weak and you can just go in and scoop it.
Yeah, like no, well, he knows when, like I think in that instance he knows that Matt is probably trying to take a stab with any pair, given the fact that there's already 900 in that pot. And
you try and blow him off, and if he clicks back over you, you either take it, or if he clicks back, you run for the hills.
Yeah.
Oh, look at these hands. 3 6s, 10s, and ace queen. And everybody's just flatting Mike S's raise. And 9s? Is this possible? Oh my God! Look at this.
Put 3, 9, 10 out there, and we'll have the pot of the night.
Oh my God! Mike S with ace queen. Every other player with a pocket pair. Holy crap! Now, if you're Anthony here, are you thinking you're gonna get a little crazy and just try to pick it up here?
So Mike raises, middle position.
Matt flats, Eric flats,
and that's
Adam flats.
And that's a big raise.
There it is.
That's a big open for. That's 10x that Mike opened.
Look at this. Mike doesn't even slow down. He's gonna snap call. So we got a 3-bet to 1,500 by Anthony. It's getting pricey. Oh, look at this. This is great. Eric shows him. You know Matt's gonna be like, you'll never believe what I had. Oh, sick. And a great move. Gets Adam to throw away the best hand here. Quick call by Mike S. Might let you. Oh, wow. Let you think. Was there?
Nobody had. No.
Nobody had. It was
nobody
9s and 3s and 10s.
9, 3, 10, 6s.
Quick ship by Anthony. Snap call by Mike.
Really? Wait, how much was it? Oh, 1,400.
And it's good. Nines are going to be good here. For a $6,600 pot, 9s are solid.
Only ran it once, too.
Mike Mago in the chat says, you know, casual 10x raise into 4-pocket pair. no big deal. Oh, man.
Yeah, Mike is definitely throwing some chips in there tonight.
So Doc Holiday says, hey Justin, as a beginner poker player, what's your favorite hand to raise with, or what's a good hand to raise with for beginners?
Pocket aces?
Yeah, ace is obviously the best, but really you just want some suited, I mean, position, it's everything depends, right? It's all variable.
Yeah, player position. And don't raise to get people to fold when you have a good hand. I see that a lot for beginners.
Yeah.
Like when you have aces, don't bet pot or 2x the pot and then be like, oh good, everyone folds, I just wanted to win the pot, I didn't want someone to catch up. That's ridiculous.
No,
bet for value.
Yeah, you want to go value all day. Yeah, you're looking for suited connectors, preferably 2 cards over 10, but as you get closer and closer to that dealer button, you kind of loosen up your hand picks, if you will. 75 to 800. What is this sizing? This is Stones Live, Jeff. Come on down. This is a 100% live, raw, uncut, uncensored. This is what I love, is because you see every hand, right? As opposed to stuff that just gets cherry picked from 10 hours of footage, and you just see aces versus kings every hand. This is real poker here.
You got your everyday players in here too.
They're just everyday players with a couple more bucks.
Matt H with the queens.
Yeah, bet for value all day.
Bill H, of course, is calling. He's probably gonna hit this.
Top for Adam here.
Mike has
lots of 4s for Mike. No,
wait, there's 2 4s. There's 2 4s on the flop.
Jack 4 Jack, or 4 Jack. So not the worst flop for Matt H either, or so it looks.
Yeah.
But Mike's not going anywhere in this board.
Checked over to Matt. He c-bets 425, and Adam calls with top kicker.
Now what's Mike S gonna do? He's gonna come in for a raise here, or is he just gonna? Oh yeah, there's the raise. He wants money back, 1,500. And the sick part is because of this image and because of the history that Mike's already got with these players at the table. I mean, you're either going to give him credit or you're totally not, and just going to put him on any sort of because he would make this move with like Jack King. He totally would.
Matt's in a tough spot here too because he's got Adam behind him.
Yeah.
And Adam's not calling super light with. I think there are 2 players to act behind him still. I think Matt's gonna fold here.
There's a story for you. Mike Mago knows what's up. We've all seen that.
Old man shoves 700 into 20.
That's the thing, is when you turn in the victim, you're like, well, what else could I do? There's nothing else I could have done. Matt's picking an unfortunate time to escalate this pot here. He's going to pop it up to 3,400. It's going to be a snap shove by Mike S, I'd imagine, over here.
I think that's enough to put Mike all in.
Yep.
Yeah.
A queen. Oh, another.
Is that quads?
No. I think the board's trying to figure it out. God, a queen would just send Mike S for the hills. Can't see it. We'll see it here in a minute.
Are they running it twice, or?
Oh yeah, they're running it twice. Fours are good all the way.
Wow, Adam would have got there on the river on one of them.
With the jack, there's the jack, yeah.
Alright, so Mike finally scoops a pretty sizable pot, over 10K.
Yeah,
Matt's probably gonna have to reload here.
And you know what I love about Mike winning this pot? I mean, obviously I love Matt H, but you know, Mike had the best of it. And at the end of the day, these chips are so far from glued down. Like every other player is just thinking like game on. Because I mean now the thing is with Mike, I mean we already know that Mike likes to be aggressive, right? But when Mike has chips, it's like aggressiveness to the next level, you know. All right, way to count this monstrosity of a pot. I'm gonna snag another water. You want another one?
Sure.
Water, tea. What do you want?
We get a cup.
Cool.
So that's probably the biggest pot we've seen so far on the live stream tonight. Huge pot. So for those of you just tuning in here, we are broadcasting live every Friday as a big game. Tonight was supposed to be a 100, 200 limit hold'em. We changed it last minute to a 10-25. Last week was a 25-50 no limit hold'em game, and we're gonna be having these big games every Friday. So be sure to check in with us with our schedule and tune in. Also, if you know any big limit players, hold'em players, no limit or limit hold'em, again, we're supposed to have a 100, 200 game today, but couldn't get the players here. So if you know anyone that's interested in that, let us know. We would love to have them here.
Yeah, buddy.
That's clear. Huh.
Yeah, it's not the worst. It's a nice, good way to kill myself, give myself a heart attack. And they are playing the button game. They are playing the button game, although I don't see a bunch of money stacked on the button. I don't know. We'll see if we.
Are they doing it? I haven't noticed it.
I haven't noticed it either. Maybe they changed their mind. I don't know. All right, 10 Jack 3 here on the flop. Subisub connects with his 3, and so does Anthony. Adam's 9, still the best we can see. Mike has suffering from one of those great problems when you have too many chips and you can't actually put your cards in the reader. It's not a bad problem to have. So Subisub bets 250, Anthony calls. Oh, and another 3?
Oh, wow.
Oh, God. Life feels so good when you bet bottom pair and you just, like, turn trips.
Unfortunately for him, Bill H has none of that.
Well, Bill H peaked at 5. Might be enough to take Bill.
I spoke too soon.
You're going to take him on a day trip to Value Town. They're just going to stop in, say hi, have lunch, and leave. Here's what's going to go down. Watch. 2,300 out there.
Well, the question is, will Bill make this call? You know, Bill gets.
Wait, did Bill say raise?
No.
Oh, he
I don't think so.
Sorry, I got really scared right there, guys.
What I was gonna say is that Bill.
He did. He said raise. He said all in. Bill is such a beast. How do you? Oh my God. Oh my God. But Sub doesn't have enough behind for really. Sub will probably just call. But the 5 didn't complete anything either. I mean, he either had like, This is just a weird line to take. I think Soup's gonna call this.
The only thing he'd be representing is a set.
Yeah, like what? Like you rivered 5's full or something? Or you had them all the way. 10's full or Jack's full.
I think 10s or Jacks. Or 10s.
Who raised,
10s is probably
somebody else
more.
raised pre-flop completely and both of them flatted, so... Oh, we don't know what's... Wait, we don't know what Soup's cards are.
Oh.
But Soup... Oh.
So, okay, so we're being told that the graphics are incorrect. We do not know what Soup has. Do we know what Bill has?
3 clubs in his hand and board. Wait, 3...
Oh, yeah. The 3 clubs is in his hand and it's on the board. How did we not catch that?
Gotcha. No, well, because then when I see like lots of 3s, I'm like, you're good.
Wow.
Well, that's a totally different thing. Well, do we know that
I'm
Bill...
gonna say Sue
Do we know that Bill actually has... Does Bill... Is that actually Bill's hand, though? The 5?
I think Sue has a jack, and if he does have a jack, then I think that a check on the river on his part would have been better.
Well, you got to give it up to Bill.
Bill's range.
Putting in this move with some heart.
Actually,
Bill's hand is right according to our reader, so he lets it go. Bill gets it through. What a beast! There's no way that Bill's 5 was the best there. I think Soup had to have a 10 or a jack, right? There's no way that he was like bluffing with the best hand.
That was sick. Good job, Bill.
Dude, rangeless beast.
Bluffing your way to the chip lead in a cash game.
Chip leader. Jake can hear it. Come up here. Yeah, Jeff A, I think those graphics are wrong there indeed. Doc Holiday says, do you guys think you'll ever do a show where you play Stones live versus live at the bike? We're totally down for that. We've actually thrown that idea before. It's just a matter of juggling players because we have to get basically half the table down there and then we have to get half of them up here. So, I mean, we're super down to do like back-to-back shows with them.
Matt, so our graphics were wrong. We actually don't know what cards Subisu had. He did not have the 3 clubs though.
But that was definitely Bill's hand, so God bless him for making a 14K all in. I mean, obviously I know Subisu only had a couple thousand in front of him, but when you just ship in 14K, you're like, my 5's probably good.
That was quite a play.
Would have been even more sick if Subi actually had trips. I'm like, you can't lay down trips there with your stack. You can never lay that down.
You also have to consider, you know, I've never seen Subisu before, so I don't know what type of player he is or what type of bankroll he's bringing with him tonight. You have to, you know, a game this big, some of these players are probably only planning on 1 bullet.
Yeah.
And
that's a very different way to play.
Yeah, if Bill understands whose pockets are deep and who's willing to fire and reload, you can make that play against the right opponents based on what you read.
Jenna White in the house. What's going on? Hello.
It was not trips, Nat. Subisu did not have trips. The graphics were wrong. And I'm not going to say that anymore.
And the graphics are still wrong. I would love. You know what? Maybe we'll dig into the table tonight and start messing with our reader.
We can just play blind.
That's it.
There's going to be enough action. It'll still be entertaining.
Jacqueline's beef jerky, blind hand of the night.
Blind flop, blind everything.
Blind board, actually, really. We know the player's hands, though.
Everyone bricks this flop. Mike has a gutter, and he's first acting. He's gonna take a stab. Wait, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on.
It's 4-7 Jack Ace is what's out there. So yeah, that's it. Okay. So at this point, Mike has a 4. Ignore the 8.
Bill's got like some extra courage tonight or something.
Dude, Bill is just exercising the my stack is bigger than your stack scenario, and the game is working well for him tonight.
when Bill's hitting, he is hard to beat.
That's what I mean. And the problem is that especially if he's just being aggressive.
Yeah, he's got that
I'm
illusion
still gonna
too.
almost give him credit for hitting.
He's got that. Well, here's what's so crucial with a player image like Bill, and then we saw him win a massive pot or a pretty big pot earlier, cracking queens with the 8-7 hand.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So it was like, oh man, he's hitting tonight.
Yeah, everybody knows already. They're like, oh crap, is it Bill's night? They walk in and like a mass group text goes out. Is it Bill's night? Shit, it's Bill's night, huh? Damn it! Everybody stay away from Bill tonight. He's literally got a white chip magnet in his pocket. Speaking of Bill's night, he raises to 75. Mark comes along.
Bill's got, I'm gonna say 8-6 clubs.
That's a good read. I like your read.
Hi Justin, how's it going? Who is Kyle? I'm Kyle. What's up?
It's Kelly Kim.
Nice to meet you.
Follow his dog on Instagram. Junior has no balls, I believe, is the name.
Yeah.
Every time I hear that song, you know, I can't help but think of that one snap you did with your dog in the headphones. It's just all the way, man. I've like every time that song comes on, I'll bring it up to show people. I'm like, look at it, look at this. How cool is this? We see Sasha there in the back sneaking by. A little soul crusher, some big recent tournament caches. Every time I see Sasha, I'm like, I just want to go for a ride in your car, dude. That's it. I just want to cruise around.
Sasha?
Yeah, I just want to cruise around in your car for a minute. Check it out.
What did he get?
He's got the i8, the BMW i8.
Oh, did he just get it?
He's had it for, I don't know, 6 months, something like that.
He's been running it the last few months.
Yeah. I just want to take it for a spin. It looks like a spaceship. Kyle is an employee of himself. He's an employee of the game of poker and the game of trying not to kill himself with drones.
Yep.
He's the president at both. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Once again, you guys are watching a 1025 no limit game here from Stone's Gambling Hall. 100% live with you. $2,000 minimum buy-in, no max. People are like, well, is the game juicy? I'm like, I'm sorry, let me repeat myself. No max. Yeah, whatever you want to buy in for.
Adam D. The Soul Crusher. You follow this guy on Snapchat?
Oh, no, I don't. Adam D?
Yeah.
No. Entertaining, to say the least, or what? I like it.
Yeah. You like big swings?
Yeah, good. Oh my God, just yelling. Does he play like any of the crazy table games like Bach or anything?
Nah, just poker.
Good.
A lot of 1025.
That side scares me. That side scares me.
They call it the dark side for a reason.
I know. And it's funny because apparently they call us the dark side. Weird. All right, King Jack 7 here, a couple of hearts. Mike S connects with top pair here. Gut shot for Adam D.
So, funny story. I forget it was the last time or the time before that when I was playing the 100-200 game here, and Dante.
Yeah. Oh,
Dante was playing that game.
That's what I was thinking of.
He plays a lot of baccarat. So the one and only time I ever played baccarat here at Stones, I was stuck. I was with Jake. I was stuck like over 2K in the 1-3 game, which plays big.
Yeah.
And
which is easy to do.
I said to Jake, I looked at my 100 stack. I was like, I'm too tilted. Come with me. Let's go put this on Bach. So I shot it on Bach for the first time, and Dante was playing there. I didn't know Dante at the time, but I won the first hand to 1600. I let it ride, won it again to 3200, and cashed out even.
And Dante
so they were playing the 100-200 game like months later, he's like, "Hey, I remember you from that one time."
For that one time,
Because like me and Jay were just like going crazy, like shouting.
People will give Dante credit because Dante will leave the poker table and he'll be gone for like 20,
He'll
30
go over
minutes.
there? Yeah.
But he'll go over to Bach and he'll make like 10 grand.
I don't know how he does it. Like, how does he do it?
It's so sick.
But the funny thing is though, so I didn't know who Dante was that night when I did that, and so I asked him. I was like, "Did you bet with me?" And he was like, "No, I bet against you." And I lost. He lost both. Beginner's luck.
Dante's chill. Actually, he over on the dark side there. They have another bar over there. For those of you who haven't been here, and we were over there just drinking and partying one time, and he was over there with a couple of his boys. And dude, he just the party just progresses. Then he's buying shots for everybody, and
yeah.
And they're just like, oh, somebody's like, oh no, he doesn't need to get my shot. I'm like, are you sure? He's pretty cool. He's chill about it. And I think he just won like 20K on Bach. I think shots are fine. I think it's shot time.
See, if I knew, it's a good thing that I didn't know that he was a pro Bach player, because if I did, I probably would have followed his bet and lost.
Yeah, you would. Dude, that's why. Okay, it's like when you play your first poker tournament, right? You're just like, well, you won because that's how it goes. You win your first tournament. Jenna White, how much are they putting under the button? Every time the button hits you, you got to put 25 bucks under the button. And then the only way you can win that back is to win the button. It's a rare sighting.
I was really hoping to commentate on that limit game, though.
Yeah.
That's my specialty.
So you played a lot of limit where you're at now, too, or no?
Mm-hmm.
You said they spread a 20-40 limit where you're at?
Yeah. I haven't really played that much though this past month, but yeah.
Yeah, girls will do that too.
Yeah, that's one of the things. That and crypto.
And living that crypto life. You gamble every day. Do you don't want the dark side? You go to the dark side with the crypto life, man.
I mean, it's crazy. I remember like.
Are you basically day trading crypto? Are you like literally catching the swings by the hour?
I would call it more like swing trading.
Yeah, swing trading. Whee! If you got crypto and you want to be a swinger, here's your man. Didn't sound right, but just go with it.
I actually had to start a new Instagram account for my crypto trading because I was annoying some of my poker only. You know that there's a lot of crypto traders or investors in the poker community.
Of course, yeah.
So
you're literally just trading chips for digital chips. I mean,
yeah. And every day though, I was getting tons of messages, but every like 5 messages would be like, "Can you stick to poker, please?" Unfollowing, stick to poker. So I was like, all right, I was gonna make a separate account.
Sorry guys, sorry. All right, ace 10-3 here, couple of diamonds. Eric actually has a pair of hands here. Adam D has a gut shot. He would need Eric's king. All right, looks like it's checking around. Checks over to Mike S from the hijack here with a pair of aces, and he's gonna bet 350. This is gonna get through. This should be the end of the hand. I say that, but you never know. With players like Bill H, who just like on a whim just decide to like snap shove. I'm just gonna snap shove $15,000. Okay.
So in crypto news, KFC in Canada is now accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment.
Doesn't Warren Buffett own KFC though?
Does he?
I think that's one of the.
That would be hilarious.
No, I think he does, which is actually why I brought it up because I see the Warren Buffett comment here by AO.
Yeah.
And I'm almost positive
really?
Warren Buffett owns KFC. Well, I know Pepsi owned it for a while, but I'm almost positive it's under Warren Buffett's massive.
That's hilarious.
Well, yeah, because I think he owns like a Pizza Hut. Isn't Pizza Hut KFC? Don't they combine?
I don't know. I don't eat KFC and Pizza Hut.
No. I know, but you see those like build. I'm gonna look it up now because that is funny. Anyways, they started accepting crypto, huh?
That's funny. And the state of Arizona is attempting to pass a law that would allow you to pay your taxes in Bitcoin.
Oh, wow. Pay your taxes in Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, it's KFC is actually owned by Yum Brands, which is like the KFC, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell thing. I think that might be under Pepsi. I don't think that would be super ironic though.
Warren would never allow that.
No way. If he got wind of that, he'd shut that. He'd just burn the building to the ground and call it dead.
What do you do when Ace King misses, which happens about 90% of the time?
or when I'm playing 100% of the time. Wow. All right. So looks like Mike bets 250 gets called by Subisu.
Oh.
And they got.
Is Mark still in the hand?
No, I think Mark just mucked.
Yeah,
He did.
okay.
Mark did just muck. So Mike here with just a pair of fives. Subisu just with a clinch on this hand here with top pair.
I think he's got a call. Oh, he did.
Now this is nasty because it does 4 cards straight the board, but I don't think Subisu's scared at all of Mike having something like that.
I think that Mike knows he's behind now. After the call on the flop and the turn, I think he knows that this is a bluff.
And this might be one of those times where, you know, you're playing the player and you're thinking, obviously we know Mike is definitely a loose aggressive player. And right now it's like, God, I don't want to snap call him and have him flip over 2 pair, you know? Because even
here's the thing. I don't know.
And he's gonna let it go. Mike gets it through.
I don't know who the pre-flop raiser was here, but the only hand that I think would be betting every street to that river would be like ace-10.
Yeah, it would be a 10 decent kicker, yeah.
Unless it's like. Yeah, like
but then it's
everything
weird.
else checks that river.
But then it's weird. Check it out. Because the board got so coordinated with a 4 card straight on the low end of it, you know, he knows that Mike would be betting with any of that hand down there, any sort of like low end of that piece, you know, as far as like a 5 whatever, because he was, right? Well, the problem is if he had 5-4, 5-3, if he had any of that, he made 2 pair. If he didn't make the straight.
That.
Yeah, well, yeah. He's like, ah.
So it's either he has ace-10 or like a weird like ace-3 or 4 or whatever. And got there, or he's turning his hand into a bluff.
All right, guys, another bomb pot, $100 bomb pot, 900 in the pot now. Everybody plays it from here on out.
It's a bomb pot.
Yeah, Subisu has top pair of aces. Adam wakes up with pair pocket 10s, but not a good time to have those. Matt H also with top pair.
Goldman Sachs today also, or not today, but this week, also admits that cryptocurrency is a legit currency. Or Bitcoin is currency.
I just like hearing those stories about when it had no intrinsic value years ago. The guy who ordered he spent 10,000 coins if somebody buy him a couple pizzas.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Dude,
so
like
that's a good way to like, crazy. Oh man, I lost out on the 15 million. My bad.
Like $100 in Bitcoin in like 2010 would be like something like 100 billion or 90 billion or something.
Yeah,
something.
It's crazy.
Not billion, 100 million.
100 million, yeah, not billion. But I will tell you this: who's the guys that sued the Winklevoss twins? The guys that that ended up suing Facebook, right? So apparently they own. Rumor has it they own 1% of all Bitcoin in circulation, and so their individual privatized key, so nobody can get it. They split it into 4 different chunks and put it in 4 safety deposit boxes around the world. So if you want to rob me, you have to go like Ocean's 11. Good luck. I'm like, I respect that. Challenge accepted. JFK Stone sweating the table there.
Yeah, answering some of the questions in the chat about crypto. I'm not an expert, by the way, guys, but I do agree here with Pyronetic that
who even actually spends it, right?
Yeah, like it's not. Most like 90% of cryptocurrencies are not in use yet, so there's a lot. If you're basically investing on what's the word I'm trying to think of? Speculation. There it is. But I think 2018 is the year where we start seeing a lot of coins actually starting to go into use. There's a lot of big partnerships. Stellar Lumens partnering with IBM. They've got ATM machines coming out. Cardano's releasing ATM machines in Japan this year. Japan is super pro crypto, so I think it's just a matter of time before we start seeing it in use. Mostly it's going to be used within big corporations before like me and you are using it.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Adam has kings again, dude.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say Adam with a big hand here, and Sub actually with the initial raise to a bucket and a quarter. Adam 3-betting, and the thing is, nobody realizes that every time Adam 3-bet because they haven't got to see his hands.
Yeah.
Every time
Respect.
Adam is 3-betting, he's got like queens or kings. He's got a beast. He's not 3-betting you light.
Yeah.
But it almost appears that he's like picking on you because every time you raise, he 3-bets. Well, the first 2 times against Mike S, but yeah.
That's part of his game, though. He's solid. He's very tight aggressive. And he's got quite the reputation anywhere you go in Northern California for big cash games.
So I think I might have brought this up on the last stream, but
and he's a cryptocurrency.
Well, speaking of crypto, I sold a very expensive pinball, very rare, less than 20 of them made, to the owner of a very prevalent website, like you would know about, like eBay-ish type website.
Oh yeah.
And long story short, he asked if I was into crypto, and I said no, man. I really needed the cash at the time, and I sold it for over $20,000, right? And he would have given me the entire thing in crypto if I wanted. And at that time, bitcoins were $1,000 a coin.
Yeah.
So I mean, I literally could have just had like what's that, 15K times 20 right now. Like, oops, my bad. But I didn't know. I mean, it could have just as easily at that point because it was still semi-speculative on the zero.
Kings are going around the table now. Mike S has it this time, and Zach. Oh man.
Oh.
Sick. The ace is gonna slow
all down.
This
is just gonna murder action on this board here.
They're both thinking, damn it, that ace. little does Zach know.
And then a jack comes just in case, like, do you have jacks? I have jacks, right?
And Zach's going for value here. It went check, so why not, right?
I honestly can't, I can't fault that at all. Going for some value there.
I mean, do it.
Of course. Check the flop, check the turn. All day I'm fine there. What are the chances he has kings? That's the only thing you're afraid of.
Yeah.
He's never checking a 9 or an ace ever on the flop turn. Solid action around here, guys. If you haven't downloaded the Stones Gambling Hall app, do it. It is 100% free on the Android and iOS platform. Looking around here, you can sign up for a seat. You can see our calendar of events. You can see everything we got going on, including the live stream. Right now, oh my god. Oh my god. I am getting annihilated with these poppers. I think there's like 11 or 12 cash games running right now, at least. You can sign up online, check it out.
I told Matt Savage about a month ago that they should do a WPT with crypto.
It's just gonna keep happening.
I got shot down. I got shot down though.
Oh, WPT with crypto? Oh my god. Yeah, no, you didn't like that idea?
But it gets interesting on the bubble because let's say the buy-in is one Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, for example. Because otherwise I don't want to do a 15K buy-in. Okay.
Yeah, and after a 3-day tournament, the price is obviously going to fluctuate. So if you're on the bubble, you could be losing. You could be getting a discount for being the bubble boy, or you could be just getting fucked.
What if you have? Yeah. What if you have to be playing
the double, right?
What if you have to be playing a tournament when it takes a huge tank, and even like to break even, you need like 3rd place at this point? Like it's so sick. Oh, lots of deuces from Mike S. Yeah. Let's see if we can capitalize on value here.
That's the player to give a set right now.
Oh my god. Okay, now here we go. So 3 on the turn changes nothing. It looks like it's 3-handed here.
Did the board change?
I don't know, yeah. There's some wicked cover band, I think, back there. I keep hearing, like, hearts back behind us.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. This 2-pair could be just enough to get Mike S a little value here. So pot's at 2,300. Let's see what Mike goes for. And it's perfect. It didn't complete any sort of flush draw either way. So unless he's got some weird runner straight draw, Mike's hand should be good here all day.
Is Anthony first?
JFK needling you. No, Mike S is first.
Oh, Mike, did he check? He checked.
Oh, sick. He checked and Anthony fires what, 15? It's a snap call. Yeah.
Oh.
Good spirits, but he just was
Mike S on the climb to back to just beast mode. Look at this. Oh, Mike min raised him a 3K and then he folded. And then,
Good fold. That's a good fold.
I love it when a chip runner, all he did was drop chips in a drawer inside the podium in the middle, but everybody turns to like give him crap about it.
I did that.
Welcome to the poker room.
I did that once at the Bellagio with 3 racks on the ground.
That's a lot of chips, dude. All right. AO.2 says, I want to use Bitcoin to buy chips. Can I do that, Justin? Yes, you can, but you'll have to basically transfer the Bitcoin to somebody like Kyle who will give you cash.
Adam will buy it. He was tweeting it the other day. He'll buy it.
He'll just buy crypto at the table?
Seat 3 will buy your crypto. But I actually do think that sooner or later it will be involved in live poker. It's already relevant in online poker, right?
Yeah.
So
456 here. Bill H again, right in his wheelhouse, guys. Flops a pair with a straight draw.
Bill's always got a straight draw. It's like he knows when the low flops are coming, and so he'll raise with his low hand. So
you know, it's funny. Back in the day, I almost just bought 1 Bitcoin just to say like I have 1 Bitcoin, like just because. Why not?
yeah.
Oops, kidding. Well, it's funny when you go back and you watch these old and then we'll shut up about it, I swear, guys. But you go back and you watch these old documentaries. Like I was watching this documentary from 2014, and this guy's like building these computer rings. And now mining is completely, it's like negative EV. It's retarded mining.
Yeah.
You're gonna spend so much money in hardware and power that to mine a 1 coin is retarded, right? But he basically, he's getting these powerful computer rigs and he's building them and he's like, all right, this should mine about 9 coins a day. And right now Bitcoin's like, you know, whatever, it's like 10 to 15, 20 bucks. I have $100 a day. I can make my money back for this rig, and he's really going with it. And you know, it's funny because it kind of follows him for like 6 months to a year, and you see it, and you see him like, oh God, when it hits like 80 bucks, he's all excited. You know? And he's like, oh God, I hope I can send my kid to college on this. And I'm just screaming at the TV, don't sell, don't sell. You have no idea. Meanwhile, I go and I buy an old beat-up pinball machine, and it's worth like $200. And the old lady's seen so many, you know, episodes of like, you know, auction pickers and stuff. She's like, I'm gonna send my kids to college on this money. I'm like, look, you can send 1 kid to 1 semester of Sierra College, the local junior college, and I'll buy the books. That's it. That's what you got. That's what you got out of this game.
Bill H raised it from the hijack with a 7-4 suited. That's a little bit outside of his range.
Nah, it's right in his range. And Subi Sub popping it up, 3-betting a 675.
I like this 3-bet. Narrow out the field a little bit.
Hopefully get hands like Bill H's 10-4 to fold.
And it just sucks to play ace queen out from out of position. So notice how is the 3-bet really as big as the graphic says?
It is like 3 because Subi Sub, it's all white right there.
Okay.
Yeah, it is really 675.
Wow.
Subi Sub ain't messing around. You know why? Because he's already had to make the big laydown to Bill H earlier. He's already had to make laydowns to re-raises and 3-bets from Adam and Mike S. And he's just not putting up with the crap anymore. Subi Sub's making this raise and he's like, dude, give me you know, now Subi Sub's chip stack is definitely wrong. He's got way more than 1,000 behind.
Yeah.
He's got more like 2K behind, at least.
Wow. And he gets action from Mark with Jack 10. I think they're both just saying.
And nobody with a spade.
They're both just saying, screw it. I'm gonna gamble here. Or the 2 short stacks, I guess. I've seen Mark do this
Oh, and wait, who shipped
lot,
it?
too.
Oh, Mark ships it.
That's only $100.
It is, and that's the problem, is that it's too cheap. God, if Mark had more money, that move works. But he doesn't. Oh, that's a bum. That's a bummer. Speaking of Gamble, you know who was tough to contain when he was here was Mr. Poker Boss, Sean McCormick. So we'd just be hanging out having a drink, and like if he just walk away for 1 second, he would just yell, "Gamble!" Just like run straight to the table. like whatever. He's just like, "Oh, 3-card poker. Oh, this, oh, blah." And I'm like,
No way, really?
I swear to God, I wanted to be like, you know how people like put their kids on like a little like harness leash thing? Like I want to put one on him and just yank him back. He just started wandering towards the table. I'd pull him back. And
He's probably watching right
Of
now.
course he is. Oh, somebody's spinning the wheel. Look how drunk the camera is. He's not, but the Brock is. The Brock was in here hanging out, I believe, a little bit when I was in. He was Moneymaker, and like I said, I really didn't sleep for like 4 or 5 days, so. You can blame that on Mr.
Sounds
Sean
fun.
McCormick. Yeah, it was everything I thought it could be. I'm like, well, I haven't watched the sun come up this many times in a while.
I gotta pay for it, right?
And Eric's mucking 7 deuce there, not playing that game.
All right, Adam comes in again with 100 with Jack 9 of clubs this time.
And the last 3 or 4 times he did that, he had queens or king.
Yeah.
So
Let's see if Mike 3 bets.
Mike, you know Mike thought about it. You know Mike thought about it. Mike's like, I just got all these chips. Mike's got 10K and just white.
Yeah.
Life's good. Yeah, wow. Yeah. Master C in the house. What's going on, bud? King 9-3. Adam connects with his 9.
Mike's got a flush draw. These two have just been going at it.
Why do we think they were playing heads up in that 25-50 game? Oh, checks around. Oh, Mike completes. Flush for Mike S.
Adam says, well, it checked around. I'll put out a bet here, and if I get raised, then...
Mike S with position is just going to flat here or what? I mean, he's not really scared of a counterfeit. Even if another spade did come, the only spade that beats him is the ace.
I like the flat.
Yeah. And you might think that you're going for a little bit more value against Mike S.
Bad card though. Bad card. On the river.
Unfortunately, that's weird. Gives Adam 2 pair. Obviously, 4-card flushes the board. This is going to be probably a. Oh, he bets so light. He's begging for the call. He bet what, 300, 400 in a 1,000.
Interesting spot here between two players who obviously have quite a bit of history. Kind of wish I had watched that heads up between them.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things where like that's the best part. I mean, God, I can't even imagine how many hands they fired off heads up at 25-50. I mean, they fired off a lot. The thing about Mike is that, you know, and Mike used to play at my home game back in the day. I mean, and this home game was a 5-10, like, I mean, it was a huge game. We'll just leave it at that. And Mike is one of those guys where the money is almost irrelevant. I mean, he's in there to have fun, mix it up, make the moves, win the pot. Like, it's just, the money's like a byproduct of that. You know what I mean? You got Mike S and Bill H running super hot tonight. Just stacking whites.
It's a good game.
Yeah, super juice. I can't believe there's that seat open. I'm sure that's got to get filled. Oh yeah, that's getting filled. I look over for a little 20-minute ahead sneak preview. That's getting filled for sure. I mean, if you have the bankroll, there's no way you don't want to be at this table right now. Like, this table's juice.
Yeah, especially to the left of Bill.
Yeah, I mean, come on. But you're also in this Bill Mike S sandwich too.
True that, yeah. Oh, cool look. typing. 4 players to the flop. Kingdom window for Matt. Bottom pair for Subi Soup. Mailman has been super quiet tonight.
Dude, and really
He's
not much
sandwiched
going on.
between 2 solid players. He's been card dead. He's probably thinking, damn, look at all this action.
And that I can't be a part of. He
Yeah.
picked up a few. He picked up the 1 or 2 like small bomb pots.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, that's about it.
Seat open, guys.
Oh, there we go. There's a new shooter.
What?
He said, "How much you play behind?" He's like, "Oh, what did he say? Like some, I think Bill said 5K." He's like, "No, 50,000." And plays 50,000 behind. Master C, if you have the bankroll, that's not the catch. Just get the bankroll, man. Come in here once, take a shot, you triple up, you got the bankroll. Don't worry about it.
Triple up, put some of it in.
Put it in
crypto.
crypto. Put in Cali Kid Crypto. Create your own brand, dude. Cali Crypt. That sounds like a strain of weed. That actually doesn't sound like.
They actually have I think some weed coins. There's a gentleman's club.
Doge coins.
There's a gentleman's club
Oh, God.
that has their own coin, and it's funny because the price actually spikes every time there's on big weekends. Every time there's like a big fight, like Conor McGregor, the coin spikes.
All right, so check this out. Question, I'm gonna let you feel this one. Pyronetic, how many of these players on this table are even properly bankrolled for this game?
I would say for easily seats 1, 2, 3, probably Zach, ZM.
I'd say, ironically enough, I think the majority of them are.
Yeah,
Actually, that
I don't know about the rest, what they do for a living, but the 4 I just listed are all pretty much high stakes pros.
Another round of live 100? He's like, I know you just sat down. Another
Bill's
round.
obviously got money. I don't know what his source is, but
Bill is big in the car game as far as like
Cars,
new, new cars, dealerships, all that.
by the way, Lamborghini accepts Bitcoin
Nice, nice. I'm sure it's great
down at Newport Beach.
Now, when a company like that accepts Bitcoin, do they put their own markup on it? Do they take market and add plus whatever? I mean, or do they just take it at market value? And if the market
I
eats
think
it, then they just eat it too.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're banking on the fact that Bitcoin will continue to rise.
Yeah,
right?
and I think that
And there's limited supply. It's capped at 21 million.
exactly. And I think that I don't know. I think that if I have a product that's cheap, that my cost is very low. Like people they'll take it to nail salons and stuff like in Japan and stuff like that, right? Well, I wouldn't mind taking Bitcoin for that because if you lose it, you lose it. You just lost some sweat labor, right? But I don't want to give you a Lamborghini and then it starts tanking and then I'm like, well, that's totally different story.
Every time it tanks, it goes up to a new all-time high.
Master C said the C stands for cryptocurrency.
Yes.
Okay.
Adam with the only pair, I think. And look, the last 2 players standing, no surprise, is Adam versus Mike.
So guys, like we were saying, this is basically an Adam and Mike heads-up game, but would they let some other players come in every now and then? That's so sweet of them.
Every now and then they'll let Bill spot.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you click that little subscribe button there on YouTube in that corner over there, down in that region. It's 100% free. We're here with you a couple times a week, 3 times a week at least. And then we also do tournaments, big tournaments on Sundays. Stones app, get it. There it is. You can use that QR code, but that's so 2008, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, but just go to the App Store or go to the Google Play Store. It's right there. Stones Gambling Hall, 100% free.
So to further answer Pyro's question about the bankroll, yeah, I mean, if you all right, so all right, so 25. What are we playing? 10-25 right now.
We're playing 10-25. Are you referring to Pyro's new comment?
Yeah. So let me just. All right.
So talk a little bit about bankroll management to play in a game like 2550 or this 1025 game.
So 100 big blinds to 2500, right?
Yep, and so, but obviously at this game, 2500, you can realize it's not going to get you very far.
So,
yeah.
so like at least 5K.
And should never be risky more than how many % of your bankroll total at any given time?
Like
5%?
2 to 5%.
Yeah.
It depends.
So to be properly rolled for a game, even like this, you should probably have like, okay, there's 100K in a bank somewhere. If I need to hit it, like life's not over.
Let's just say at least 50 buy-ins.
Yeah.
And it depends though. Like, are you playing recreationally just every once in a while, or are you playing this every day?
Exactly.
For a living?
Yeah, you're right. If you play this every day for a living, your bankroll has to be huge. Because let's face it, dude, downswings happen. That's real.
And you have to know what your win rate is too, and you have to be selective with your game, with your lineup, and know who to go after in these games, who the whales are, and who to avoid.
So Stephen Young popping in the YouTube chat here says 2550, you need like 500K at a minimum if that's your daily grind.
I think a decent amount of this table has at least that much though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, this is the 1025, guys. It's not, I mean, 25, not like it's small, but 1025 and 2550 are obviously very different games. But the thing is that's why I don't even have a problem. At Stones, we always talk about the games playing way larger than they are. This easily is playing like a 2550. I mean, our 2550 cash in play, it was actually not that far off from what we have in play now. I love the overall poker community around here, though. Like, you know, just seeing everybody's snaps and stuff. Like, I saw the snap. You know, David Valdez, who you guys have seen on the stream. He was in the vloggers game, and he actually did a snap recently where they pranked Zach from Zach right there about winning the lottery. Did you see that snap?
I heard about it.
Dude, it was hilarious. So they like gave him
what did they do?
So somebody doctored up a ticket real nice.
Yeah.
And then they basically put it in the stack of tickets that they all pulled together to buy. So he's going through these tickets and he randomly finds the one. He's like, oh my God, did we win? Did we win? He flips out, stands up, throws off his hat, like, oh my God. And then everybody starts laughing hysterically when he realizes that, like, you guys are messing with me, right? It's so bad. Like, it's the worst practical joke is when you let somebody think for a mere few seconds that they won hundreds of millions of dollars.
Oh, wow.
And then they won nothing.
That was Zach? They did
Yeah,
Zach?
they did
Oh my
Zach.
God.
Oh,
when was this?
It was 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago.
I think I saw like a
couple
tweet,
$100 million.
like a tweet referring in reference to it. But
so the Nito was so sorry. I brought it up to
that's
Zach,
good.
and he's like, "Dude, they doctored it up real good. Like, the ticket looked legit. Like somebody got like a micro print Sharpie and was like dot 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 dot, like changing a few numbers on it to make." I was like, "Oh God, you guys are the worst. Oh, you're the worst."
That's awesome.
You know how quick you go from like 1,000% high to 1,000% low? Like, oh my God, hundreds of $1 million. Like, every single person I ever know, like, all of our lives have changed. And then it's like, I'm just kidding. Nothing happened. It's all the same. I don't even bother looking at my tickets unless it says somebody in like Northern California won. Like if it's anywhere around the area I've been, then I'll even look at my tickets. Otherwise, they just go in like a pile in a drawer.
I've actually never bought a lottery ticket yet.
Ever? Oh damn!
I mean, you want to talk about the dark side? That like, what are the odds of
Come on, I can get
winning?
struck by lightning 19 times in a row. It's the same as winning the lottery. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I haven't even been struck by lightning, so what makes me think I can win the lottery?
Baby steps. Start small. Go outside with a giant metal pole in the next door.
This is all that.
I gotta start somewhere.
Let me use this pole right here.
All right, Adam D popping up to $1.25. Subi Sub coming along. Oh, this is a wet dream. Bottom set for Subi Sub, and Adam connects with top pair.
Subitsu's got about 3K behind, not 1.7. Maybe closer to 2.7.
And now you can see there with the tournament check mark.
He checks again.
And for Subi Sub.
And if you're Adam, you're definitely betting this.
He's gonna let Adam try to lay his
about
little
350
here.
It looks like 450. And now, if you are Subi Sue, I'd be looking to put in a raise. That flop hits Adam's range. It's a good chance you'll get a call. You also want to build this pot up to play for stacks on the river, but he doesn't do it. Bad, bad, bad.
Now this 8 doesn't complete anything. It's still like a relatively draw-miss board here.
Now here's the problem. Now if you suddenly lead here,
then it looks
red
like
flags go up in Adam's head. He's a smart player.
Some sort of weird ace-8, king-8, like whatever.
It's like you have to check here again, and what happens if Adam is weak and checks behind? Then you
but
just
he
lose
doesn't.
value.
He got lucky here. Adam fired solid, like 950 into this pot here.
Well, because he has a hand. But I'm saying, what if Adam had like king queen?
You miss so much value there.
Yeah.
And this is great because it's almost enough.
It's got to be an all-in now.
To start dedicating him. Yeah. Well, now if you're gonna raise, he only has about. Even if he raises, he has about. Yep, there we go. He's gonna raise all in about 1,300 behind on top of that raise.
And Adam's like, the hell? How did that 8 hit help you?
The Brock in the house. I know. What's up, dude? I was just talking about you making it.
Whether or not Adam calls this or not, Subi should have raised.
You're disappointed about Subi not raising the turn.
I am. I'm disappointed.
Don't be results oriented. I'm not results oriented. That's why I'm disappointed.
That's what I'm saying. Either way, no matter how this hand goes, Subi should have raised that turn.
The Brock in the house. Yeah, Mike S there. You know him from the old home game back in the day. You played with him. He went on a tear, my friend.
And the sick part about this is that the raise is only about 1,300 more. Not even. It's not even 1,000 more to call for Adam.
Yeah, and now it's like you're 1,300 into 5K now. It's sick. I mean, and you can fold here. I mean, it's so nasty. What do you put him on that you beat? Like, I hope he just like laid low all the way with Ace Jack.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the only hand. Ace Jack. Ace Queen for a shot, but you know, like.
We'll see what Adam does. I think Adam's gonna find a fold here, but he's not gonna be happy about it. And I don't think that Subi is ever pushing lighter than Ace Queen here.
He's getting like 5-1 though to call. That's the sickest part ever. And that's what he's thinking about. If Subi had more chips, this is an easy fold maybe, or not easy, but much easier than it is right now. And it's just so fishy. The way Subi played it, it's the line he took now makes it so obvious, and that's kind of what I was saying. Like, you gotta put the chips in on the turn to build this up.
And the line he took is nasty because if Adam D had like 2 pair, Adam D snap calls this all day. But now the line he took is almost like, what do you have, like an ace?
No matter what line he takes
like
on the river,
weird,
But yeah, it's tough.
And the check raise on the river always throws you for a loop, anyways.
You gotta give Adam some credit here for taking this long to think about it when it's, you know, 5-1.
He senses, he's just like, something's not right here.
Yeah.
This doesn't make sense, and he's just trying to figure out what.
Regardless of what Adam does here, I think he's play the hand the best that he could. I would have played the same.
It's always tough when you're
can't be upset if he calls here.
When you're facing top pair with a great kicker against a set, it's always tough.
Yeah.
Because the set is so sneaky and so disguised most of the time.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. He has very few bluffs in his range right now. That's the problem. That's why if you raise on the turn, then it disguises all of this. He's getting such good odds to call that I wouldn't be upset or necessarily blame him or call it a bad call. It would be a very good fold though if he folds it on it, you know. Subi could have made this a lot easier on his part though, and just gotten
on the turn.
Yeah, max value by raising the turn.
Great fold by Adam.
Great fold by Adam.
This right here is literally what generates just the casual, like what separates the casual players from the players who just religiously do this and for the grind. Adam could have easily lost the extra 1,300. He was getting the odds to do it. He just went back and replayed everything in his hand and said, "There's something not right. My hand's not good here," and he saved himself 1,300 bucks. Now, while
900, 950, 5.
Well, well, at this big game here, right? Okay, cool, whatever. But I mean, you add up all of these savings, quote, over time. That's the difference between a winning and a losing player. You know what I mean?
Especially in these big games, those are crucial decisions.
Yeah. Great fold by Adam. And you're right. I actually respect that he took the time to really like walk through that hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And yeah, I mean, I think Subisu will maybe go home and think about that hand, how he could have got more value out of it.
If he rewatches the stream and watches that hand, I guarantee you next time we see Subisu, it's not going to be the same scenario. He's going to ship on the turn. I'll be like, remember that one time? Remember that one time? That was it. This is why he did it.
It always pays to think about the next street before, you know, or one street ahead. Be a step ahead.
No, I gotta go ask. Subisu must drive a Subaru. He must have like a WRX or something. He's gotta have a WRX. He's gotta have an STI all tricked out or something. So I guess. All right, another bomb ski pot here, guys. $100 from each player. Super good.
Matt's got ace king. I hate it when
and
you get.
Bill's got king jack. And even Hung has a king. That's case king on the flop. Pretty much any card that hits the turn is going to create fireworks. And Matt's coming out swinging. 900 in the pot. Master C chimes in over here on YouTube, says Adam is one of the best. I feel he should make that fold there, as puke worthy as it is. We've all been there. You're just like, where you look at your hand, you're like, am I really gonna fold here? Am I gonna fold? I'm gonna fold this, right? No? Yes? Adam with a heart draw and a pair, super nasty for him too. And Bill, this pot's gonna escalate quickly, guys. Get ready. And then what do you do if you're hung? You get 5 1/4 bet and call by 2 players.
Holy crap! What a bomb pot.
That's what I mean. Okay, so Hung just lets it go. He's like, dude, I'm warming up to this game.
Good fold by Hung. Just
yeah, no, just
100.
Get the hell out. Get out. Run.
Good thing he had position too, right?
Now Queen peels off. This does give the straight to Bill H.
That's sick.
Feels good to run good.
Matt could get a jack for a better straight. Adam's still alive with his flush draw.
It's so sick because even if for some reason Adam checks here, well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see him check. Bill's definitely not checking. And he does check.
Bill has to bet here.
Yeah, and the reason Bill's betting, guys, I mean, I think under normal circumstances, Bill would actually have no problem checking this in position, but I think the reason he's betting is obviously because of the flush draw potential out there. Oh. Three-handed in this sort of pot, there's no way
I like this bet size.
The sizing is fat. It's literally pot size. He's gonna make you pay for it if you want this flush, and I respect it.
Tough to do it though against the crowd that he's doing it against. Matt and Adam, they're just too smart for this.
Yeah.
But you got to give Bill a little bit of credit there for realizing, hey, look, there's massive draws out there.
Yeah.
Not only are there draws, but the king, the queen. Okay, all right. This is a bomb pot, so I guess the range could be anything, right? But in a normal situation, in a normal pot, that board is super wet.
But even then, post-bomb play set at all though, because even then, like, okay, bomb pot, right? You could either one of these players could still have 2 small hearts, which essentially is exactly what Adam had. There's 2 random hearts just trying to connect.
Yeah. And the other thing I was gonna say is that it just plays into Bill's image, right? But yeah, Matt and Adam are just way too smart for that.
You know, sometimes people call Bill, you know, okay, well he's just a bull in a china shop and he has no direct. No, crap, dude. Bill knew very much that board was super draw heavy and knew that even though he was good right there, there was lots of counterfeiting outs and he just needed to get in there and get the pot now. Or at least make people pay for the flush.
I think I like the bet because I think that weaker opponents, not Matt and Adam, would call there with 2 pair. Some of them might call with, given Bill's image, they might call off with 2 pair type hands. I mean, you don't necessarily want draws to fold there, right? You want value, you want action from draws.
And Subisu waking up with kings. Let the upswing start. He's already facing, so Adam D raises to 200. Bill flats, Mike flats as well. Subisu definitely has to come in for a solid 3-bet here, and he does.
Oh, wow. Bill calls.
Because there's already so much out there to win. There's already $685
You know what?
before you even
I think
make
Bill's
it.
actually been playing tighter than usual tonight.
But that's the best part. That's the best part is that Bill and Harlan will come into these games and they'll take their exact image and play the other way, and people don't know what to do. They don't get it. Like in the 25-50 game, Harlan played super tight to start off with, and then started accumulating this massive stack, and then started to loosen up a little bit. But it was a very different game. God, everybody's calling. Look at this pot. $825 pre, 4 players to the flop. Oh, a set for Adam, all diamonds. Sub and Mike with the nut and renut draw diamond. Bill 8's with top pair and a diamond.
Oh my god.
Game on, guys.
Oh my god.
Let's party. Cheers. This pot's gonna be just a wreck. Train wreck. Ready. Let's go. On Mike, first to act here. Gonna check over to Subisu, who instantly starts cutting out white chips, guys. Once again, those whites are hundreds, greens are 25s. That's a big stack. Pot's at 3,300. That looks like a $2,100 bet.
All right, I'm gonna say that this pot is going to end up being.
This pot's bloated.
The over/under is 18K right now.
Oh, this pot's gonna be nasty. Everybody in the chat, 3, 2, 1, action.
Adam is ahead right now. The good thing for Adam, which he doesn't realize, obviously, because he can't see the other players' cards, but they all are sharing a diamond, so
yeah,
fewer
right.
outs, right?
So Adam's gonna flat call this here.
Yeah.
And look at Bill. Bill's doing the stand-up. Look at the stack thing.
Bill, oh
It's
Bill.
nasty with all. God, it's so nasty with all these players around me. I want to say that I'm like.
Bill obviously cannot call here, but you never know
You
because
just hate
it's
life.
Bill.
Yeah. You have all these players around you. You can't think that
Like,
if your diamond
I don't
hits,
know.
it's
Is my
good.
top pair good here?
That's nasty.
Is my top pair worth 2.1K?
I'm gonna go with yes. Looks like it is.
No.
Oh my God.
Save it. Save it.
I'm so scared. I think he's gonna.
Could this be?
I think he's gonna find
Could
a
this
call.
be the Bill implosion where he just says all in?
Oh God. What even happens if that? Okay, he lets it go. Woo. All right. Stephen Young chiming in. Would you jam with deuce deuce there, or at least raise? All right, 8 changes nothing here. Still got battles of the flush draws versus the set.
Given the size of the bet on the flop, he's kind of committing himself. So I mean, if you maybe.
All right, pot's at almost 10K, guys. The IRS
I
already
wouldn't
wants
mind
a
a
piece
raise.
of this
Yeah,
pot.
I would not mind a raise there on the flop by Adam.
This is so sick. What's Mike gonna
Adam's
do?
Adam though, so we'll see what.
Look at Mike.
what his
Look at
plans
everybody
are.
just talking it through before he even acts.
I think Adam is putting Subisu on a very strong hand right now, like kings or aces, and given.
Oh, Subi ships it.
And I think that's why Adam is calling, because he doesn't want to bluff Subisu or anyone off their hand, maybe. Also, if he does think that Subisu has big overpair, Diamond is definitely in the possibility. Maybe he wants to peel.
Now, what?
turn
Let me
to
ask you
make
this:
sure,
if you're Adam here, Subi just shipped. Do you call or ship?
With you gotta wonder
Because you also
what
have
is Mike
behind
calling
you.
with behind.
You're right. What if Mike flopped the nuts? Okay,
he's
so
raising, and I think that's the correct play.
it's sick because he's raising just enough to be able to get away from it.
Mike, his call, he's probably realizing that his call on the flop gave Mike good odds to call with his draw, and so recognizing that now, he's gonna go ahead and make Mike pay for it. And the pot's already like huge.
All right, let's listen to what he says. Mike's talking to him.
Brandon Steve, the 1-3, single L3 red.
Why Adam is putting pressure on now. The pot is big enough.
What's in that pot?
To isolate that pot. Listen, I'll make it heads up.
You don't need to count it, roughly what's in there. Okay.
And this actually increases Subi's chances of winning the pot too. Just spread the pot so higher. Yeah, those yellow chips are 1K chips, purples are 500, whites are 100.
Adam's in a great position here. Raises to 5,500 with 77% equity. And now a $17,000 pot.
What's the bet again? 5 what?
55. And he's thinking about it.
Mike has to ask himself, if the diamond peels, how much more can I get off of Adam?
Oh, he calls! He calls!
He did?
Yeah. Oh my god. I'll take the over on that 18K there. That's a diamond? What? It's a diamond! Oh my god.
Sick.
And Subi, it's so sick because Subi actually is thinking he didn't even want to see that. He's got to think something else is this. Oh, is it a ship call?
And this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, if the diamond comes on the river, how much more value can you get out of Adam? Is Adam gonna... Adam's too good to call this. I don't like that call on the turn.
Nut versus second nut, guys. There it is.
And Adam folded, right?
Yeah.
I liked it. I didn't like it. I thought it.
Oh my god.
I guess I lost the over-under. I called for 18K. But, yeah, I don't... I just...
Damn, and Subi-Su's chips are his too. It's so bad, you gotta make him reach in front of Subi-Su to grab the chips from him? Ouch. God, look at that pot. Oh man.
Nobody says yes.
Oh my god.
Well, Mike is running good now.
Guys, all I'm saying is, at the end of the stream, drinks are on Mike. I don't care what anybody says. I'm just gonna go and take a white chip and call it our time. Did you see that? Mike just tossed a white chip to the dealer. Or two. And you know what's cool about Mike, and I'll tell you this, even back from the home game days, when he's winning, an extremely generous tipper. You know, you get these guys who play for a living, and I get it, it's your living, you know what I mean? So they'll tip $1 or $2 on a big pot, maybe a 5. Mike has no problem throwing 25s out there. I haven't seen him throw hundreds like that, but then again, I haven't seen many $18,000 pots either. Yeah, wow. Welcome to Stones Live, guys. Holy crap.
You know what you gotta do? You can't look.
I have a feeling, guys, that this game is going to go pretty late tonight, even after the stream. I bet you Adam's going to end up playing him. Adam wants his money back.
Well, dude, the sick part is, you know, I mean, like I said, you've already seen Mike S and Adam playing heads up for $25.50. Why stop there?
Guys, you know it's crazy when I have to stand up, and I stood up like 3 times.
All of a sudden,
Yeah, make it hard. Break it, break it. Yeah.
Was the hand bigger
That's
than
what I'm
Harlan's
talking
hand?
about.
No, I think Harlan's hand was still a bigger pot. And Harlan's was in a 2-5 game, I
that's
think.
the sickest part. Is that Harlan's
This is a 10-25
and he
game,
had
guys.
4 players all in, which we're approaching there. And the sick part is he rakes the whole thing with 1 pair. Queen high. Queen high.
Come on down, Stones, guys.
Slow
The
right
action
now.
is
He's doing the
good.
stack fast.
Guys, if you like loose action and fun stuff, I don't know why you're not here. Guys, Mike S has almost 30K in front of him. What are you waiting for? An invitation? Like gold foil stamping? Get your ass down here and come play.
I said I'm gonna pick
Are you kidding me?
You won't have any in the casino. You should have
Can I borrow 10K so I can sit down and take a shot at it?
Do you want Bitcoin? I don't want to give them Bitcoin.
Can I borrow 1 Bitcoin? I just need 1 Bitcoin to buy in.
What is the value?
It's like 15K right now?
If the value goes up, though.
Then you're going to collect even more interest? This is an expensive stake.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I'm still super tempted.
The interest is based on how much it goes up. If it goes down, you still owe me the USD amount that it was
Oh, so
at
brutal.
the time.
I could win, and if it goes down... so nasty.
No, I think the Harlan hand was over 30K in a 2-5 game.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't it?
Not the one that we have on the stream. Apparently, after the stream went off, though, he hit that bigger hand. Yeah.
And that was in the same night, right?
Yeah. It
Sick.
was like 20 minutes after we went off the air, guys.
Mailman has kings.
Click subscribe. All of us are here making speedy cash game action 3 times a week. We haven't seen much from Mailman, so I'd like to think that you get a little bit more respect, but no,
I don't think we've seen kings losing on this episode.
which is weird. Unfortunately, I think this Mailman might be the time to demonstrate that for.
Hey, look at this. 3 bets, Eric.
So actually, Eric originally bet 75, yeah, and then Mike 3 bets. Oh, there's the 4 bet.
Mike really likes to play cards. It's pretty clear here. And he's 3-betting players that are playing super tight. Eric has not a hand tonight.
You know, I get him finished stacking his pot.
He folded.
I
the
know
4-bet. Okay.
Mike's chip stack is just ridiculous. So Mike S with a demanding lead here, just over 29K here in play. And Bill H, dude, this is why you need the bankroll. You got Mike S with 30K and Bill H with 20K at a table. How do you not? I need money. I want money.
Sick.
If Moneymaker was still here, he'd be like, I'm gonna go hop in this game. I just want to sit there and watch. I just want to sit there and watch the fireworks. Once again, guys, those white chips there are hundreds. The yellow chips are 1Ks. The purple-ish chips are $500. And the green chips are 25s. Reds are 5s. So many chips in play now. I'm like, yeah, what's what? I told Justin, our tournament director here, I told him he needs to get some plaques for the cash game. Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Throw out some
That would
cash
be
game
fun.
plaques. Honestly, if we're gonna keep streaming this Friday high limit game, I'm sure they're gonna escalate into bigger and bigger territory over time. If we need more chips, I vote plaques, man. Plaques are legit.
The
What do you
plaques
guys-
are cool when you have a lot of them, though.
Yeah. If you just have one in the back, you're like,
it's
you
like,
look hella short stacked till you pull out that random 100K
Yeah.
plaque in the back.
And like no one wants to actually use it when there's only like 1 or 2.
they're cool,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So like it's bad for the action.
All right, what do you guys
But-
think? You guys like plaques or chips better? I mean, obviously chips
If
are the
you had
standard.
a lot of plaques,
yeah.
though, it would have to be a really big game.
Well, and we've seen them too. These final tables of some of our bigger tournaments. I mean, you see that.
Or just make the $500 chips plaques.
The
that would work.
plaques are like friggin' towers, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you end up having like, okay, I'll bet a skyscraper that's like 2 million right here, you know? God, look at Mike's stack. Mike's stack is just encroaching into seat 9. He can't even like, his stack is just too ridiculous. It's just stupid.
How much does Subi reload for?
I do not know. We'll see, because it should be everything in front of him, right? All right, I would say dealer change, that means bomb pot, but I think they're actually doing it every half hour instead of every dealer change, but we'll see. Haven't seen anybody win the button in a while. They're keeping their button side bets underneath. That's what I love. I do love a good side prop bet.
So if they win the button, they get.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess they would because they have to put 25 in anyways, and they'd win it back. So same.
So it's essentially just another blind, but in the form of a prop bet.
Yeah. Zach from Zach with his pug shirt like a boss. Pug life. All right, buck and a quarter here. And gets through.
Adam might defend here, but
No, he got out of there.
Nope, he got out.
So it looks like Super Soup reloaded for probably 5K, 2,500. I guess. Master C said, real men stack their chips to the sky. Don't believe me? Check out my streams for proof. I'm going to go ahead and validate you on that because I know that I like to stack mine in, I like to do stacks of 40, and then once I get that like triangle, then do another one, and then if I've done a third one's no joke, but I've never balanced a champagne bottle on top of all of it like Master C has done, so he's got me crushed. Yeah, he stacks his chips already way above the limit, and then balances a freaking champagne bottle on top. I'm like, yeah, true gamble. Yeah, we can't use actual money. I think the closest, because of just laws, I think the closest we could probably do would be like, you know, rubber bands, some like fake Monopoly printed style money, but at that point, why even have it? You know what I mean? We'll just use plaques or something else.
You just do it for show.
Just do
like,
it.
You're not allowed to bet them. Just
it looks
here
good.
For show.
Oh, quads for Adam right off the bat. 2 pairs, 6s and 6s. Adam, dude, definitely some of that. Well, I would say run good, except for that 15K pot where the diamond hit. So checks around, checks all the way around. 5 peels. Adam's just in maximum value extraction mode.
Oh. It's such a dry board. It's
I know. You can't get any value out of this. Everybody checks. You get nothing. You're gonna get no value.
Straight flush.
Anywhere. It sucks.
Straight flush. That'd be sick.
Dude, it's so sad too, but he's got quads. He's got about 100. He can't even get 100 out of it. Poor guy. I super feel bad for Adam in that pot. Adam's like, just quads.
Just quads.
Eric looking for massage.
says, hopefully he'll win this one.
God. If he doesn't win that one, game on.
Man. Well, I mean, actually, if he loses that one, it's a jackpot.
Yeah, if he loses that one, it's a super win.
Yeah.
My God,
there's no losing that hand.
It's so funny when you hit a hand like that, you're looking at the board and you're like trying to figure out like, what hand could you have to beat me? Please beat me somehow. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That was a good river. I might have to play one of these 10-25 games. It's pretty fun.
Well, I mean, I think Juicy describes this one for sure.
Yeah,
look at Mike S's chips.
I know.
He needs some consolidation. He can't even like keep them in check over there.
Definitely want to play, get some more 100, 200 limit games though. And then maybe I'll play some of these 10-25s every once in a while. Seems like it's really good action.
Oh, look at this. Eric pops to 100 and Adam D re-pops up to 350.
Standard plays here, cut off versus button.
Both players thinking they're a little lighter than they are.
Kind of rare too that the action folded all the way to the cutoff in this lineup. We haven't seen that much, so it's a pretty standard raise from the cutoff, no matter what Eric's hand is.
It looks like Eric's coming in for a solid repop here, a little 4-bet up to like 900, 1200.
And why not?
And I think this should be setting off some alarms for Adam. Eric's been so quiet at the table.
Eric's perfectly capable of doing this, though, by the way.
You know he is.
That's the thing.
Absolutely.
And I said it earlier in the stream. I think that of all the players at this lineup, Eric seems to be the most trouble in these type of spots.
Credit to Eric. He was behind. Adam was behind. Definitely give credit to Eric. Over to Bill with 8-9.
Oh, I didn't even realize Bill's still
I didn't realize it was either. I think Bill's going to find a pretty quick fold here, is my guess.
You never know, it's Bill.
I don't know. Bill's asking how much you got behind. I don't know. I don't know what to do with my life anymore. Now hit Bill a fold. He'll let it go. He doesn't want to tango. He's out of there. Bill, you know, Bill. Come on, Bill. Oh my God, he calls. I know nothing. I know nothing of poker. I know nothing of Bill.
Well,
but your board's gonna come 8 high, 8 or 9 high.
Yeah.
You know it is.
so there's this thing called implied odds.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's a great flop for Eric. He's not going anywhere here.
I almost feel like he could check this and make it look like he's playing kings here.
Yeah. Oh, dude, let Bill like start like laying rope on the turn.
Bill can only continue with an ace.
But you know what the problem is? Even against a player like Bill, he's gonna bet this all day.
Yeah.
It's 2 draw heavy board with clubs and a deuce or 4 peels and 4 cards straight to the board. You don't want any of that. You want to get Bill to get it in now or not, and that clearly dedicates himself. Said Bill, shove me in or don't.
Too bad Bill doesn't have the 5 or the 3 or something.
Why is Bill? Is
Does Bill?
He's just is he?
Did we have a misread on his hand?
It's either a misread or he's posturing, because there's no way Bill's really considering this a 9. Oh my God, Bill is. I don't think he's Hollywooding this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Unless the readers were wrong. No.
No, Bill lets it go.
We saw Bill pull off a couple of bluffs tonight.
That's what I mean, and we saw Bill earlier when
this is not a good spot. Like,
yeah,
Eric is committed.
We saw Bill earlier in that big hand when he shipped it against Subisu, where it looked like Subisu had trips, and I'm like,
That was the play of the night until Adams fold.
Yeah. God. I can't believe that pot Mike S drug there. I'm gonna walk over and tell Mike S to he's buying drinks for us.
Yeah,
that's happening.
That was disgusting.
Jason Chang here on YouTube chimes in and says Bill must have had 9-9 there. There's no chance he had 9-8 offsuit. I know Bill's a sicko. I know Bill's a sicko, but still, there's no chance. I think honestly, Bill did have 8-9, and I think why he was stacking on chips is he was really trying to figure out if there was a way that the other player ever had air here and he could blow him off. And then I think once he looked over and realized that he couldn't, he was like, "Nah, we're done here." And I don't know, man. I generally
Eric with queens now.
I don't try to blow Eric off a lot of hands. I mean, I feel like Eric just looks at my soul and he's like, "You're trying to blow me off this hand? That's not gonna happen." Speaking of which, Eric pops the queens, gets it through. All right, once again, you guys are watching Stones live from Stones Gambling Hall, located right outside Sacramento, California. 1025 no limit game. I'm Justin Kelly, along with the one and only Kyle Kitagawa. We got about an hour left in the stream. It is my 100th episode tonight, as our booth guys like to keep flashing.
Congrats, man.
Every. I believe your initial reaction was, "That's it? Only 100?"
No, I thought they said 100 episodes of Stones live.
Oh, yeah.
And I was
No.
That's it?
Yeah,
but it makes more sense now. It's your 100.
Yeah,
that is pretty cool, dude.
Probably closer to 2, I think.
Congrats, man.
Thanks, dude. Maybe 150, 170-ish.
Let me use
Are they even hitting you with these poppers anymore? I hear them a lot.
I think they probably ran out. They only have 100.
They only have 100. Veronica in the house. 1K chips for the win all day. Feel like I'm getting assaulted. Hello, Taylor.
What's up?
How you doing?
Hey.
Hey.
I'm just taking a break from managing a Sizzler.
Managing what?
A Sizzler?
Sizzler?
Or a Chili's? I don't know.
Got him.
Oh, that was loud.
Just went for a super close range. So what do you think?
I didn't aim it at your face.
Have you been watching some of this? What do you think about the 18K pot or whatever the hell that was? 20K pot.
That hand was insanity.
And of course, Mike S. He's eating that run good salad like we talk about. There it is.
There it is. I didn't even realize that.
Okay, really, we do have a lot of these.
I like all of the.
Yeah, now we're just stringing them on the microphones here. Let's put that
soldiers on the
there.
microphones.
Yeah,
there you go.
Just leave them in.
Yeah, why
It's
not?
classy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that board was insane. That flop.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's all the way.
Super action.
Jeff A, am I #1 on the all-time appearances list on Stones Live? I don't know.
You have to be, right?
I don't know. I mean, dude, Veronica and Jake were the original A team back in the day.
I mean, yeah, that's true. They did do
so
every
I mean, if they did like
episode for a
every
while.
friggin' show, I mean, it's probably close.
Yeah.
Veronica's right here. She can go back and count. She's too busy though. She's too busy in here grinding Omaha or being an awesome awesome bowler. We're doing all these cool Veronica things that she does every day that she never invites me to. So whatever, man. I'm over it.
Someone asked me, how does he know that it's his 100th episode? And I was like, oh, he actually just marks it into his bedpost every night.
Yeah, exactly.
Before he goes to bed after a show.
Yeah, I used to mark something else in my bedpost, but it's a little different these days. It
was easy to start because you had like one. You had like one, and you're like, well, this is my second Stones Live, so I just another tally mark. There we go.
No, I actually, I archive my own episodes for like a demo reel for some other stuff. So.
Oh, okay.
It's easy to tell. So I haven't broken down on my media server into season 2017, season 2016.
That's awesome.
Where'd Kyle go?
Kyle took off. He said you were basically going to sub for him.
Was there a seat open?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, man. Dude, Mike S's stack is so ridiculous.
It was funny because they were all watching the screen when it was up there, and I was like, oh, this must be a big hand. And then he was watching himself contemplate the call, and he's like, look at me, I just take a sip and then I call, and I was like, oh, hey, no spoilers, or hey,
I just take a sip and then I call for $18,000.
And then Justin said, hey, did you know it was coming? And I look over at his stack and I was like, oh, it came.
Oh yeah.
I looked over and I was like, yep.
But the pot that size, you can look at their stack for 1 second, know whether it came
right,
or not.
Exactly. All right, he's back in, so I'll leave you to it.
Go back to Sizzler.
Congrats on your 100th episode.
Bruh, save me a steak at Sizzler, you manager.
What I miss?
Nothing. Oh, Mike S. draked another $30,000 pot. No, I'm just kidding.
Porter Love.
What up?
Porter Love.
Hey, yo, hey.
Clean up the place, you know. Keep it nice and tidy.
He keeps it clean in Stones, guys. If you come in, you're like, wow, that's a really
you got quite a mess tonight, bro.
Hey. Oh my god. Well, that one made it in my drink. That one's a little wet. It's good. Just gonna keep. There's more. There's so much. Just keep putting the swag over the microphones. I'm gonna leave it all in there. There we go. My trainee Taylor. He told us he was the manager.
Huh?
What, Brian in the house? What's going on, bud?
Hey, what's up? Oh, Veronica's in the chat. What's up?
Mike S. not losing much momentum here, still at that 30K mark.
Not yet. No, just getting ready.
I don't know if Zach from Sac got the memo that we're all about the salad for the plus EV here. That run good salad.
No one's eating salad tonight.
No, Mike S. is.
Oh, is he?
And that's why he's got 30K in front of him.
Makes sense. Because Adam made a speak earlier. That's why he's losing.
I mean, like, dude, bro, I'm telling you.
I didn't see Matt or Eric eat a salad.
I don't know. I'm saying the salad run good is real.
Bill might have ate a salad. He doesn't look like much of a salad eating type of guy, though.
He's like, nah, I'm enjoying my Red Bull. But somebody's grabbing on some Brussels sprouts there.
Oh yeah.
I think that's hung actually.
That counts.
It's like the button game's stacking up a little bit more. Like I said, there's at least 100 under the button now. For those of you just tuning in, if you win your hand, you have to put 25 bucks on the temperature button. If you win your hand with a button, you get to collect all of the button money. It's kind of like free parking in Monopoly. Bill connects bottom pair against Zach here.
Did Adam reload some yellows?
I'll take a look.
Well, he's got at least 5 yellows or 4 yellows now in front.
Yeah. You know why? I think Adam wants, if he gets involved again, he gets involved with Mike S.
He's playing for stacks.
Yeah. He's like, let's go stack style.
That's the reason why he'll play heads up.
We're gonna go stacks, and the winner buys Sizzler from Taylor because he's the manager right down there. We know people. It's good stuff.
I like how Adam did his hair for the live stream. That's like the first time I've seen him do his hair.
Normally he's just chilling.
Yeah. You know Adam's dad plays poker too? Here?
No, I probably recognize him though, I'm sure.
You would. Can't think of his name right now.
But he looks a lot like Adam. Like
yeah, he might be watching the show right now. Hi, Adam's dad.
Hi, Adam's dad. Tell Adam to run as good as Mike S, and then he'll be all sorts of good.
like Eric is switching it up here under the gun. Raised to 98, or raised with 98. Anthony just with a call, giving Eric some respect, perhaps.
A lot of times Eric's been coming in for a raise and we see people 3-bet. Eric comes back with the top. So actually the lineup.
Action flop.
Yeah, Anthony does connect with top pair here.
Man.
Eric with a flush draw
Two
and
flush
Mike with a
draws.
higher flush draw.
Yeah. Sick if a club comes, then the rich would just get richer.
And Bill just with a pair of floaties of Queen 6. Like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
What am I doing in this spot? Master C, I agree with you. He says, I'm really stuck in this game, not because of the stakes as much, but the player. Some straight up killers in this game.
Oh, absolutely. Boom.
So nasty.
Yeah.
This actually increases Mike's outs now if a queen peels as well.
Anthony's hand's somewhat disguised here. He didn't raise pre-flop with ace king. I mean, I'm sure they give him credit though for maybe an ace.
I think they're looking at the screen. They're probably looking at a big hand or something. See, look, he wants. Everybody wants the poker right in front of him so they can see these hands. He's like, nope.
We're about to see some fireworks here on the river if the king of clubs comes out.
Oh, God.
The king of clubs,
please.
guys.
King of clubs.
Who wants to see some fireworks?
You guys want to see 4th of July real early in 2018? Here it comes.
If the king of clubs comes, fireworks for sure. 100%. Literally. We will have fireworks in the booth. Guys, get the fireworks ready.
Guys, make a quick call. This is so sick. Eric getting some value here, but he's going to get out of here. Any clever queen would be just nasty. Nope. Woo. No connect.
No fireworks. No fireworks.
Great river for Anthony. The only thing you're even coming close to sweating is something like Jack Queen. If somehow they called with a gutter on the flop. Anthony shifts it. And yeah, a quick fold by Mike S. Folds face up. Mike S. really wanted to win that button. He wanted the extra $150 value there.
What is that?
That is our resident Taylor there on the screen. Before he was a manager at Sizzlers, he apparently was a hardcore gaped ear grunge rocker. Nice.
It's a full house here tonight.
Dude, it's packed, man. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I can't even. There's got to be at least like 10, 11, 12 games running at least. Subi Sub on the button. He's gonna call the 100. He's gonna call Adam's raise to 100 here.
I personally would have raised here.
I would have liked to seen a re-raise here. Yeah, a 3-bet with jacks on the button, especially because you're playing the button game. Plus you have position. Plus you have jacks.
Yup.
And it's gonna be good here. It's gonna be. The problem is the funny thing is now you're under repping your hand. Obviously Adam would never really put you on 10s, jacks, or 10s or better. But it doesn't really matter. Adam's probably just gonna check fold. Yeah, he's gone. And he wins the button game. There you go. Now you see it. Did you see?
No.
Joel took the money with the button to push it to the next player. He's like, no. The button can go, but the money stays here. I do like that we let the players pretty much do, you know, whatever the hell they want on the live stream. It's your live stream table. It's the same group of people.
Yeah.
You guys want to do prop bets? You guys want to do button games? Great.
Notice how Adam checked that flop too. After No, the last hand they played heads up,
Yeah.
Adam was betting it and got check raised out of nowhere on the river.
So you're getting yourself cheaper free streets later in other hands with the same player. Should we suit from the cutoff, King 4 suited. It's gonna come along. And Matt, with a bit of a shocker, going for that button love. He's gonna pop it up to $1.25 with Jack 6. Just a little pot sweetener. All right, so 4 players to the flop. Boom, 8-10 deuce. Top for Adam.
My God, I checked it. Another shot.
Matt is gonna c-bet here into 4 players. Definitely gonna get looked up here by Adam.
Yeah, and you know, he's got the position, he's got the button. So I'd expect to see Bill run for the hills, but then again, you never know. Of course, Bill didn't call him like big 9 of spades for like the world of a draw, but he did not. All right, heads up to the turn.
Matt picks up quite a few outs here.
Wow, Matt now open-ended. All right, 475 is the bet. It was almost a half pot size bet here. Now the pot's about 15, and it looks like Adam's going to find a call. To the river.
See a river.
Matt looking for a jack, queen, or 7. Oh, and he gets it.
Damn. I'm running like poo right now.
Adam's not going to want to see this, although it does 4 cards straight to the board.
Fireworks.
Oh, God.
Fireworks from Matt.
Maybe he can find it. Just put more on top of the microphone. Am I the only guy who really likes that like pop cap smell? It's not bad.
It smells like birthday cake. What happened? Matt bet and Adam folded?
Yeah.
You're really getting a solid demonstration though of discipline from Adam tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And then, you know, and we've talked about this before. Is sometimes, I mean, obviously winning a pot is sweet because you're winning a bunch of money, but sometimes a good fold feels just equally as good as like a good call or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like, dude, a good fold where you're like, every other player stacks off here, but I just know it's no good and I just let it go.
He's probably feeling crappy about, you know, losing pots right now, but I think when he watches the replay, he'll be pretty happy with.
Dude, all the spots he's picked to get out of the way were correct.
Yeah, he saved quite a bit of money.
Ace 3-3. Adam connects with the ace. Be right back. See if I can go score some free drinks. Steal a chip from Mike S. while he still got some, you know?
So this pot gets checked around pretty much every street, it looks like. CBC was gonna throw out 100. Not gonna work though. Eric eats a lot of steaks. I always see him eating steak and wine. Same with Hung. They need to get into the salad game though, for sure. Still got about 40 minutes or so here in tonight's live stream. If you guys are just joining us, every Friday we're gonna have a big game. 1025, 2550, 100, 200 limit. If you guys know big players that are interested in playing, let us know. Anthony with Ace King again. Matt has raised this from the hijack. Eric is called. Two tough players to play out of position, so I like the raise here just to try to steal it. If you do get called from behind, I mean, you do have a pretty strong hand to continue with. That dominates a lot of their opening ranges. It'd be 375 to call. And he throws it away. Everett, you say the audio sucks. When you say that, you mean the audio like my audio sucks, or like the table sound? Look at all those chips, man. Big game tonight. Good action so far. Adam from the cutoff opens here. He's gonna take down the blinds. So we've added some new mics to the table, I think, just so you guys hear the table talk. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's bad, depending on how loud it is in here. We're still kind of trying to figure that out with our tech team, so good feedback. I've noticed Mike S is kind of cooled off a little bit here. I don't know if it's because he's up so much, but he's definitely not splashing around as much as he was earlier. Earlier we saw him make a couple of questionable calls without really thinking about it too much. Seems to have tightened up a bit.
Oh my God, man.
Bill H, this is the top of his range here. This is like pocket aces for Bill H.
I got a great story about Bill H actually that I want to go into after this. Is great.
Okay. If you're Subi Sub, I'm definitely continuing here.
Oh my God, they changed my name while I was gone. That was quick.
Did they? What?
Mr. 100 episodes, apparently. I'll take it. I've been called worse.
Mr. 100.
Paul Letty, what's going on? Hey, bud, thanks for tuning in. Sorry about the PA speaker, guys. We are definitely doing some improvements here to the stream, and it's some growing pains. Check it out. So, funny story about Bill H. You guys know that we had Moneymaker here last week, and he was here for a couple days splashing around, I think from like Wednesday to Friday, something like that, splashing around in these games. Well, he's playing in a game with Bill H. and it is huge pot. Bill H versus Chris Moneymaker, and they end up getting set over set, and they both get it all in, right? Bill H with the better of it. So then they're shipping this pot to Bill H, and they're in the middle of this big pot, and this guy walks up to Moneymaker, and he's just like, "Hey, can I get your autograph?" And he's like, "Okay, fine." So Moneymaker starting to sign something, and Bill looks over, he's like, "Oh no shit, I just beat Greg Raymer."
No way.
Wow.
Oh god.
The needle is so strong here. The needle is so strong. I love it. No, honestly, Moneymaker's a super good dude, super friend of the show. Actually, he had to catch a super early flight the next day to the Bahamas to play in the Poker Stars thing.
Oh, yeah.
And you see him there basically, and he's just like wearing the mask so he doesn't get sick, but he's rocking the Stones live hat. You know, like
I saw that.
Nice.
The respect. What we need is a separate room for the table for the Stones.
I was just thinking the same thing. I didn't want to speak before we, got any sort of whatever, but I would love, even if it stays where it's at, I would love to encase that in some sort of sound.
Put them in the glass like cage.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I mean.
Like a Shark Tank or
The
something.
Royal Rumble.
Rename it the Shark Tank. Or the fish, the whale tank. The whale tank.
The fish tank.
Free Willy. The Free Willy show.
Oh my god. Totally different connotation. Now it just turned into
Come see Shamu.
Triple X rated. Alright, Bill H with 6s. He's coming in. We haven't seen much from our new shooter who sat down there next to Bill.
He's a pretty tight player, huh?
Yeah. I feel like if I'm involved in any one of these random pots and Hung like 3-bets me,
yeah,
I just instantly give credit and just like I run as fast as I can. Ace 5 deuce here, couple of spades. Everybody misses. Bill with the best. Everybody checks over to Zach on the button. He fires 300, and he's gonna win that button money. Get that button. Oh, I lied. I'm just kidding. Somebody look him up. Oh, they did. Bill looked him up. And Zach checks again here. Zach looking for a king or a 7.
Good check. It's hard to get a fold out of Bill sometimes.
Sometimes. The problem is to get a fold out of Bill, you need to bet so much bigger than you would normally have to bet to get a fold out of anyone else.
That might not even work though.
Well, but that's what I mean. It's like the risk isn't worth the reward at that point. Like
right.
I know if the pot's 300, I have to fire 600 to get Bill to fold a draw, and it's like, and he probably still won't fold at that point. So screw it. What am I even doing? Why am I even betting? What am I doing? Pokemon Club. What's going on, bud? Who's the big winner so far? I believe it's Mike S.
Mike S. Almost 30,000 on the table.
Yeah, stacks about 28K. I know when we started.
Adam is reloaded, so he's up to about 18,000.
Now, I don't know what Mike's in for. I know when we started our broadcast, Mike had about 8K, so he's already well above 3x that. You know, it's tough. I don't know what these guys, a lot of times these guys, especially these this deep, you're not going to see complete table felts. You're just going to see somebody take a hit and then add on. So I don't really know what each of these guys is in for. It's not like, oh, this guy bought 5K and he hasn't touched a stack. Maybe he reloads a grand here, grand there. Because I mean, sometimes you make a move, you make a bet, you make a bluff, you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. I just want to reload a little bit so I can make the same move later. Maybe it works out better.
Yep. 2 pair for Bill here. Nobody else has anything though.
Just listen to that cover band in the back just bumping. Once again, guys, if you're anywhere local, Stones is popping off tonight. The entire poker room's full. What we call the dark side with the table games is full. There's live music. We got both bars going on. So come on by, hang out, spew some cash, have some fun.
Bill's having a pretty good night.
Dude, so right when I stepped out for a minute, Mike S catches me. He's like, dude, how about that river, huh? Because I didn't even know who said it. And I turned around and looked, and it was him. And he's like, yeah, man, I just took another couple of sips of my drink. He's like, I'll be honest with you, if I had a couple more drinks in me, I would have put him all in on the turn. And I'm like, you're so sick. You're so sick. Yeah, Mike said, you know what, he's just running really good right now in his day job. He's making good money, and like I made the comment about how with him, cards, you know, he just likes to play cards, and the money's almost a byproduct. He's like, it's absolutely 100% the way I feel right now, and so that's why I'm saying this. The limits are almost irrelevant to him. He's just like, I just want to splash around, have some fun.
Eric's got kings here again. Faced up against a raise and a couple of calls from Bill H and company.
I also talked with Mike about that heads up with Adam the other night, and he said they played heads up for almost 4 hours.
Wow.
He said at one point he had 17 or 18K in front of him heads up, and then Adam got back-to-back 2 monsters. He had aces, and then took a big chunk from him, and then he had king, queen, and I forget, Mike had him just totally locked, and then he ended up rivering like a second queen or something for trips. Like back-to-back hands, and then he just like gave it all back. And then once they were both at that, you know, like fucking 10K, they're like, okay, it's like 3 a.m. Maybe we should call it. I don't know how to end it, but that was the big backswing. So yeah, they've spent a lot of time with each other at the table.
Where's my guest from?
He's from around here.
Oh.
I mean, at least he was the last 10 years ago.
They're calling my name for Omaha, but it's not me.
I was like, what? Guys, about 30 minutes left in this stream. Thanks for joining us here on our regular Friday high limit game here. King, queen, 6, couple of clubs. Straight draw for Anthony. Pair of queens for Matt.
How much is underneath the button?
It looks like about 150 maybe right now. I'm assuming those are all green chips.
How do they do? Oh, so it adds up.
Yeah, every single time it's your button, you put 25 on it, and the only way you get it is if you win your button.
Okay. That's cool. That's fun.
It's a healthy game. I mean, dude, 10.25, but then when you calculate in $100 splash pots or $100 bomb pots every 30 minutes and 25 on the button,
yeah,
this game's bigger, way bigger than a 10.25 game. Oh, they did agree to only do greens under the button, so yeah, it's about 150, I guess.
And you can only get it if you win on the button.
Yeah. I think the biggest I've seen it get up to was close to that maybe $200 mark. Nothing insane.
So we're due. We're due.
Yeah, we're due. And looks
Matt's going for it right here.
Matt wants to hit the a big 2 pair and spike an ace.
Pretty good chance here.
Ace on the river. Watch, here it comes. Oh, wrong 2 pair. Anthony with the check mark.
Man, it just keeps growing.
Isaiah Martinez, what's going on? Pre-flop, just about every flop they're betting a PS4 Pro. At a minimum, that is very true. There's been a lot of 3 bets to well over $1,000 pre-flop. At least, what, like 5-6 times at least. Normally it involves Adam.
You know what? Everybody wants to put 10,000 in, right? What'd you say, Bill?
Matt's thinking, man, you just rivered me for an additional $150 under the button. He's thinking about that extra 150 though.
Yeah, and he's also thinking, how many different combinations of hands do you have here with the way the action works? Do you have an ace on the line? And considering Anthony raised pre,
yeah,
I think it's a safe bet to say that he's got an ace in his range.
Could Anthony also be repping that? Sure, but yeah, I think it's more likely that he's got an ace in his range. For sure.
Yeah, the second part is I mean, I don't think he's raising pre with anything less than queen 10 here. I think even if he just doesn't have the straight or does have 2 pairs, something still got your lick, and you just gotta let it.
Soup. Soup soup or soupy soup?
Soupy soup. Soupy soup.
But there's a B at the end, so it's soupy soup.
The 10 betting Jack 8 offsuit standard 10 bet. The standard 10 bet. We really only had like I think we've had 5 or 6 bet. I think it was the 6 bet bluff with Kelly Winterhalter and Bart Hansen. That one. I think that was the 6 bet.
Was it 6?
Well, at least 5. What, dude, it was the bluffer around the world, man. That was sick.
Yeah.
See, when I try that crap, I like ship it and then they snap call and they show aces. I'm like, just kidding, kidding. I don't know how to 5-bet bluff. I'm just kidding. All right, guys, it looks like it is a bomb pot. $100 from each player to the flop. 900 in the pot. Zach connects with top pair with the king. You can't see Mike S's hand that's right behind us there.
Where is it?
Brian, what's going on? Harlan, sometimes we got to give the guy the night off. You know what I mean? I guess he has a life outside of poker. Who would have thought? Mike S going to come along here. There it is, 9-5. So he does have mid pair.
Bill's gonna call 475 with 4s. Wow.
Boom, 8. Misses everybody here. Zach's still way out in front. 2,300 in the pot. First to act on Bill. He checks over to Zach.
Yeah, Harlan's taking the night off. We decided to give him the night off. He's already won enough money, so we don't want him to get injured or anything like that before
we can only have like a few Harlan type people at the table at any given time.
We don't want him to get injured before the 5,100.
We don't want him to get injured. Full of tendon in his hand from all the betting.
Yeah. You know? He's already clinched this spot. I'm not really sure what Bill's thinking about here now. I mean, it's a bomb pot. Zach's got to be somewhat strong on the flop in order to just bet it, right? At least a pair.
It's weird, you know, ever since Mike S has binked off that 30K pot, he's stacked up to about 30K. He's been holding pretty steady around that 28 to 30K mark.
He's playing a lot fewer hands now, too, it seems like.
He's probably made a capital like 3-6 limit. Yeah, 300-600 limit, maybe.
He might be playing WSLP event.
So most likely. If I can't find a player I know here, guaranteed they're just down the street. Anyways, at the WSOP circuit event.
Alright, Mike has a hand. All we gotta do is whine about it a little bit.
And he limps! Last time he had queens, he lived with queens, remember?
Yep. Last time he paid the price for it, too.
But he'll 3-bet you with like 10-jack all day, but like I'm definitely living jacks and queens. Oh, God.
Look at this, Eric decides to 3-bet.
Oh, look at Adam figuring
He wants that button money, that's why.
Are you ready for this? Jack deuce on the flop. Oh, one of the deuces is dead there in Anthony's hand.
Jack and now is Mike planning on putting in a monster bet?
Jack deuce would be explosions.
Does someone have Jack 2? Jack deuce?
No. I just somebody had a deuce, but Jack deuce on the flop would be nasty. There's the 3-bet from Mike there, 1,500. And Adam's looking for redemption, but does he want to look for redemption with deuces?
Maybe he goes back in the meter.
Oh, he's going to make the call. Redemption indeed. This ought to be interesting. Watch
3,600 in the spot.
the board's going to flop ace king, and Bill comes along with queen 9.
Wow. Air folder, right?
Yeah. All right, so three-way action, almost a 5K pot, guys. Oh my God, and somehow, wow. Okay, so jacks are still good right now. A jack would just be detrimental. Jack would be nasty. Do
Mike
some
S does not slow down.
do some of the turn, jack on the river. Come on. And Mike S bets 500. Snap call from Adam and Bill. 4 peels, changes nothing. I don't know if Mike likes that snap call.
I wonder if Adam's got a live tell on Mike, just from playing each other so much.
Clean ball, and Bill gets it. We're gonna see right here. Listen to Mike. Now, we've all been river, and I know Mike stood up and said, you know, oh God, stupid river. However, particularly tonight, I don't think Mike can talk about getting rivered.
That's true.
I don't think after you scoop almost 30K with an ace high, 1 card diamond flush, I really don't think you can talk about getting rivered. And if he would have played the turn hard enough, maybe Bill would have been gone. But it's Bill. We don't care.
Honestly, that's why I call
Buttons juicing up. It's got to be at least 200 on the button.
Yeah, and Adam's got a hand here. Did he just call? He just called.
Yeah, Zach raised to 100, connects with his king, and everybody else limped along.
I wouldn't have mind a raise there from Adam on the button. Try to scoop the extra money. 3-bet. It's pretty strong.
So Bill with the mystery hand is going to come along. Zach also does have a spade draw. Oh, there we go. Just kidding. No more run around a spade draw, but he does have open-ended now with the turn. Along with the stop pair. I like that. See, Brian's on point here in the YouTube chat. Says, the guy's got some balls to call 1,500 pre with queen 9, but then again, it's Bill. And I like that because just whatever, dude. I love it. Just completely rangeless beast. That's why unless you
It's
have
impossible to guess what his cards are
That's
right
what I
now.
mean. How do you make a read on Bill? Literally, I mean, like, you just can't. I paid him $5 to rabbit it, I think. See, and once again, guys, these little things are lost amongst most of our players who don't play on the live stream. On the live stream, we do allow you to kick the dealer $5, and you can rabbit hunt. Because why not? Results oriented is fun. Just that's Jake and Kyle. They love it so much. They love results oriented so much.
I know Mike's loving the results oriented right now.
Oh my God, Mike is definitely loving it. You know, he was like, I forget what it was. He was like less than 20% for that though. He was like 16 or 17%.
Well, I mean, the thing on top of that though is that he gets zero value if he does hit the
That's what I
flush.
mean. You can't. How can you not?
Yeah, Adam.
Because the only other guy with second enough flush to even give you value is already all in anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Subi Sub was.
I don't even think Adam calls there with the king.
No, with the set, with the 4-card flush, bro, you can't. It's sick. Wait, what did he raise with Ace King? He raised like, he raised 600. And Bill's gonna come along to the 600. And so is Mike. Oh, Mike's loosening up, baby. Get ready. This is gonna be an all-nighter.
Mike's on about a 5K downswing now.
Yeah.
Despite still being the big winner, he's on about a 5K downswing now. Mike's got a, I mean, Adam's got a, like, who he's playing right now? I was saying.
Mike's got a gunshot straight draw here with 9 peels.
Bill still has the best hand.
Check around to Adam here, our original big raiser, and he's going to check behind.
Oh.
Boom. Disco
Mike
from Mike S.
And Bill's gonna bet. Bill's got also the up and down straight draw.
He's got up and down straight draw with the crappy end of it.
And it's 1.2.
Instant call by Mike there.
Huge bet.
King on the river. Changes nothing. Bill just reaching for chips.
Wow, and he
Bill
bets so
blow,
fast here too.
Dude, Bill trying to blow Mike off a pot. Mike trying to blow Bill off a pot's just impressive.
Was that just a snap call?
Yeah. Just verbalize, quick call, flip the hand. There we go, and there he's back at the 30K mark, 29.5.
Wow.
Guys, we got about 15 minutes left here, some live poker action for you. Make sure you click that subscribe button there on YouTube. Follow us. We're here with you every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m.
It's been a pretty fun game tonight.
Anthony doing the self-BO check. Respect it. A little sure, unsure whiff, you know? Hey, there's some players that we've played with that I wish they would do that. I'd be like, dude, no, you need to go to the deodorant. Next door, go get the deodorant.
I hate it when, like, people haven't brushed their teeth in, like, smells like 5 days.
Just because you're a poker degen doesn't mean you can't shower, you know? Basic hygiene. All right. Looks like it's probably a live 100 going around. Everybody's calling. Hung got out of there.
I actually did a poll, or you know, on Twitter you can do polls. It was like a few months ago, but I sat down. It was a really live, really juicy cash game, and
straight for Adam.
Dude next to me smelled so bad, and I did a poll on Twitter. I was like, "What do you do in this spot?"
Dude, I'm just gonna start handing him like gum, and then I'll.
It's like such a good game.
So yeah.
And I got some pretty funny comments.
Adam with the flop straight, very counterfeitable though. Well, if an ace comes, I guess he just chop chop.
Not the best card.
That's gonna slow things down all the way around. Adam's gonna take it down.
You know what I have these? I play for my that's the problem.
Taking the sneak peek already over there for the after party game. Like, well, when the stream's done, what are they doing over there? I will tell you this, Bill's Tower O white chips has really not wavered too much. It's just kind of just been chilling.
Yeah.
Every time I see Queen 9, I just think of the Harlan. It's the Harlan. It's just like a 15K bomb on the way now. All right, Anthony here from the hijack with 10 jack pops it to 300. Bill makes the call and runs into Zach's Kings.
We've seen Kings high the bed tonight.
And really not too much action with them, except for the all-in when, you know, basically his King Diamonds against Mike S's big pot. Other than
Kings
that,
never win here. Yeah.
Kings are rough at stones, man.
Of a cringe poker moment?
Oh, I'm sure Kyle has plenty of cringe poker moments.
Like what do you mean?
Some spine-tingling, bad beat, awkward, misread, something. Well, he can tell you 5 times when he broke his laptop from online poker. He can tell you that.
Yeah, that was stupid. I threw one off the balcony. That was pretty bad. Yeah.
Oh, top set for Zach.
How could he lose this hand? Let's see.
Yeah, no, it's gonna definitely come running 10 jack.
Jack 10.
Yeah, running 10 jack for sure. Guys, 99% to win. Let's see how much value you can extract here. And he's going for some deep value. A bit of a draw.
Pot's huge already.
Yeah, a bit of a draw-heavy board.
Pre-flop, 3-bet.
And he's firing. He's firing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bill called 1K. Wow.
Oh, what are you doing, Bill? Oh man. Dude,
Bill's done that. Bill's done that a few
multiple times. He stacks and then the look back.
Yeah.
The worst was when he stacked and he stacked and then he stacked out a raise too, and then folded. I'm like, oh god, Bill, don't do it, don't do it, don't light money on fire. I can tell you a cringe-worthy poker moment for the player who was against me in a pot. I was playing, it was a long time ago, I was playing whatever, some sort of 1-3 no limit game. Made a huge bluff on the river for all my chips. I think I shipped in like, you know, whatever, $300 to $500, whatever it was. Just stone cold nothing. I completely airballed, missed everything. And the guy calls me, just like snap calls me, right? And I just like, crap, man. I say, good call, you got me. And he looks at me, he's like, yeah, that's what I thought. And then takes his cards, throws them in the muck, and starts reaching for the pot.
So he folded.
Yeah, well, because he snap calls me verbally, and then I said, "Good call, you got me." He's like, "Yeah, that's what I thought." And he thought that was enough affirmation to take the pot. I'm still holding my hand, and then he throws his cards in the muck and starts reaching for the pot.
Yeah.
And then I flip over my bluff, and obviously the pot's getting pushed towards me, and then he starts losing his shit, calls over the floor, and I'm like, "I'm just gonna step out of this. I don't want anything to do because this is not gonna end well."
Wow.
So that was cringeworthy for him. That's a mistake I'm sure you only make once.
There was I had a similar situation where the guy folded and he claims he had me beat. So first off, I made a hero call with Jack high, and it was a huge pot.
Yeah.
It was a huge pot, but I put him on a lower miss straight draw.
Yeah.
And I still to this day think that's what he had.
All right. Even though he totally took the same
And that's why I call it Jack high. Yeah,
and the sick part is
monster pot.
You send people like that on life tilt. They're like, did I just flash you my cards on my forehead?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how you make that call. You know what I mean? People don't understand.
I think I had the best hand though, because I called. When I called, it was like, I was like,
Wait, so you called and he just snapped? He just
yeah. It was like a weird spot. Like I was just like, man, I showed my cards and I was like, this is ridiculous that I'm thinking this long about calling with this hand.
So sick.
And I call and I was like, fuck it, I call.
So
and he just like he pulled and he did the fake like look over like, oh shit, you had Jack high. I'm like, well, I kind of showed it.
Oh my god, dude. I don't know.
So I think it was an act on his part. I think I read his soul perfectly.
And that's one of those things where if you're that guy, you go back and you just kind of rethink your poker game all the way around right then. You're like, dude, if people can call me with Jack high with a good enough inkling that they're good, like no.
Yeah, that was definitely the.
Zach wins the button. That's gonna clear the button off. That's probably an extra couple $100. Yeah.
Getting closer to the hand.
Yeah. So now, guys, there's easily there's almost 100K on the table. There's 90K plus without breaking a sweat. I mean, a super quick guy can tell you there's at least 90K on the table. You know, just your typical 10-25 with 100 grand in play, no big deal.
And I think this game's gonna go pretty late tonight, guys. We have to get on down here.
Yeah, these guys are going to be going short-handed, heads up. And the sick part is even if this game does break, all that's going to happen is all these guys are just going to go filter into like a 2-5, and it's going to get nasty. Like, you think it's going to stop there? It ain't going to stop. It's only going to get more nasty. You're still going to get these $100 raises all day, $100 live. Let's go play 2-5 with a live 100. Let's do it.
For one thing, you're going to have some guys that are stuck big money after this game.
Hey, Hung finally coming in here for a raise. Now, this should set off some bells, I would imagine. I've personally seen Hung
That's a big raise. Was there a straddle? Oh, no. It looks like there's partial limps.
But still, though, I mean, a guy like Hung raising 400 when you haven't seen him do anything at the table so far.
Look at this. Bill's got a pair.
Oh, Bill doesn't care. Bill's just a couple chips. I'll peel off a few chips for you.
I don't think Mike's going anywhere either.
Dude, now Mike S and Bill are the two guys you want / do not want at all in your pot. Mike does connect with a 7. That's probably enough to continue here. Bill first act checks it over to Hung. Let's see if Hung c-bets. He's in a kind of a tough spot, dude. He's sandwiched right between the two monsters.
Yep.
And yeah, there's no way that Mike's gonna check that. Let's make it 6.
Bill called.
Quick call from Bill. Another jack. This might slow things down a bit. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. So I think Mike checks down, shows for value here. No, Mike bets value. Goes thin value. Bets 300 on the river. You're so sick. It's so sick. And he even has to preface everybody as a disclaimer. I had a 7 already, guys. I didn't just bink an 8. All right, I had so much more than that. So many players check there for showdown value, but not Mike. Mike's like, hell no, give me an extra 300. Hell yeah.
I like the bet.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, you got to think. The only hand that you're really worried about Bill having here is a jack, and if he checks the turn and then checks the river to you, he's not checking 3 jacks to you, dude.
That wouldn't be Bill's style.
Which is why it's just evil enough to work. What if a massive check raise and then all of a sudden, and then dude's so sick because Mike still calls.
It's easy folding. You only bet 300.
No, Mike still calls. Mike still calls for sure, and it's somehow good. Bill H here popping it to 250. Anthony, it looks like with a live 100 straddle, he'll let it go.
Eric said his favorite color is yellow and purple. Eric said he likes yellow and purple. That's his favorite color.
Queens. Oh, all right. Hung's got
and it's actually pretty solid because Hung has been playing so tight, and you just saw him raise and then have to get that last spot. Maybe this comes off as a little steamy.
He's playing super short too.
And he might get some action.
Given the fact that they are now straddling 100.
Yeah, welcome to the 10-25-100 game, guys, here at Stones.
All right, Bill's got an ace. He'll give him action.
Ace Queen 5 for a double up for Hung. Here it comes. Watch. You heard it here first. Nope.
The 9's good. The 9's good for Hung.
Oh no, it's super good.
I think he's gonna get paid off.
735. What's Hung gonna bet here? I bet Hung's gonna bet like 400 or 500. What do you bet pre? He's gonna bet 500. It leaves him in that awkward stack size though. He's so you know what I mean?
Yeah. Bet like 300.
Well, he bet 3. He raised 350 pre.
3 or 400.
He's gonna bet 4. Oh, 5.
Maybe Bill will just shove it here. No? Just a call. Oh, you bet 500.
Oh, disco. Disco all day here for Hung. And now this is where Bill's going to choose to fire, and it's not going to be pretty.
I think Bill already checked.
Oh. I thought Bill was going to try to rep the queen. He's like, oh, hell yeah, let's get him off his hand. All in.
That looks like more than 900, though.
Yeah, it definitely is. It looks like he's got about 1,500 maybe in front of him.
Is that call?
I believe he did. He called.
Wow, was it really that much? 1,900? Oh. Dude, 3 hours is a long time to sit down, okay?
This is great. My buddy won a Tesla from a casino giveaway.
Shit, no
and
way.
now he's gonna start a bidding process on it.
Oh man.
And he's just gonna sell it to one of his friends. I respect that.
Which casino?
I believe he won it from Feather Falls.
Where the hell is that?
It's out in Oroville.
Oh, it's in California?
Yep, it's right down the street. Well, not down the street, about an hour and a half, an hour and 20.
It's like a
but
full
last
casino?
time I played there, yeah, oh dude, there was Feather Falls and Gold Country out there. I mean, last time I played there, we're talking, it's a tent with steel beams.
They don't have poker though, huh?
They do. I believe
do?
both play. I won a
Never
big.
heard of
Well,
it.
I won back in the day. I won a solid tournament for like 4 or 5K cash at Feather Falls, like 12 years ago.
Well, everyone had poker 12 years ago. That's when.
Yeah, fair enough. Do they still have it? I
Why
don't know.
not?
And I only went there because I was bringing Link his wallet. He's like, oh, let me buy in because I forgot my ID. I'm like, you're covering half my buy-in if I drive this all the way out to you. He's like, sure. And then I get in. Him and Fat Chad both bust out and go to drink like rock stars. And I just bink the whole tourney. I'm like, you're welcome.
So we are. I don't know if this is the last hand or not. We're definitely getting down to the wire though. We're playing 10, 25, 100 now.
Just 10, 25, 100. I mean, you normally only get that strat on the 25-50 game, but we even put it here. Why not? God, look at those mounds of chips
I know.
for Mike right there. Good God. All right, Ace, Queen, 3 here. Super Rainbow. Mike and Aaron
Everyone's got a
both
piece.
connect.
Everyone's got a piece. This could be the finale of the last hand.
What do I want to see out there? Throw out the 7 of spades. Put the 7 of spades out there. Or maybe, yeah.
Mike S. Eric.
Mike S bets 100 or 800. I'm sorry, and Eric calls. Oh wow, that's fun.
Did Bill really fold?
He did fold.
I can't believe that.
800 with his queen there when there's an ace on the board.
When does Bill fold middle pair?
Yeah, that's a good question.
He was getting like.
It's a new year. It's a new Bill.
He was getting decent odds to call there too, with 2 players in front of him. Not like Bill at all. That is uncharacteristic.
Watch, it'll be a jack or king. Oh! Chop. And Bill would add quads.
Oh man, it's disgusting.
That's a chop card right there. Mike is in check snap call mode. Whatever you bet, Eric, he's calling.
They went check.
Oh, he's like, I knew I got rivered.
I would have called.
Wow. Bill says I had the queen.
Bill's
You had
like,
the queen? No way.
I was like, Bill. All right, guys. Wow. Nobody can say that game wasn't full of action.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, sure. Thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure. You guys are the best. That was your Resident High Limit Friday game. It's going to be happening every week, so make sure you tune in. Our next event here is going to be on Monday night. That's going to be 5-5 PLO. Oh my God. 5-5 PLO. Veronica and Valcross. You guys are awesome. We love you. Justin Kelly Kid. Boom. There he is. Hey. All right, cool. Later, guys.
Nice air down the river.